Hey, what's going on? How we doing? Good afternoon, everyone. Not good morning. I don't get to say that anymore because it is now noon. Welcome in, everyone. The reason why it was over is because it was over, Duntham. It can only run for 2 or 5 minutes, and if I run it for 5, obviously it's still running when we actually swap to the scene, so it has to be a 2-minute guess. But you got to be in it early if you want to play Sclimbo Guesser. Thank you for the watch streaks, Maiko, Jung, Pinecone, and Surd, and I think there were some more as well. Welcome in, everyone. Hey, what's up? We're Sglimbin. We're Sglimbin in the new age. Oh, where are we? Good question, Jung. The winners today. I mean, you can look around. There's literally a West Main Street. I imagine you can guess what sort of continent we might be on. This is, once again, somehow, I'm hoping my randomizer doesn't have a bias. We are in North America again. So North America guessers, you're winning Sclimbo Guesser today. That's actually big points. Very few guessers for North America. Very few North America guessers. Today we are in a beautiful, where are we? Beautiful Waterville, New York. Yep. Probably upstate or something like that. Doesn't look like New York City, but we're in Waterville. What's up? We will get Asia eventually, I promise. I'm sure Asia will happen. It should. It's pretty big, but hey, what's up, Pommy? Welcome in, everyone. Welcome, Ursu. Welcome, Bubby Boy. Welcome, Maiko. Welcome, Surd. Welcome, Duntham. Welcome, Zacharoo. Welcome, everyone who has come in so far. I'm just kind of saying the ones that I can see in the listing because everyone talked a lot. Hee. How are we doing today? Should have put more than 10 Sklimbucks, man. Hey, Janan, you know, it is what it is. Listen, there's opportunities to play Sclimbo Guesser every single stream, so, you know, we got it going on. That randomizer got something against Asia, apparently. Maybe, I don't know. Asia's got to be in here. Like, I'm, you know, I can't say anything. I can't tell you if I do them ahead of time or not, right? Like if I do 4 at once or 1 at once or anything like that. But like Asia has to happen soon at some point. Hey, Strawberry, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. But how are we doing today, everyone? What's up? My name is Sclimbo. I'm Sox Agency's certified Sclimbo and self-improvement VTuber. And today we're going to be doing some hyperfixation fun. We're going to be cleaning everything. Everything must be clean. Wash away the anger. That's what we're up to today. Never played power washing before. Never played power washing before, but I had a wonderful opportunity because I was given a little code for power washing too by the devs and publishers over at Future Lab. So big thanks to them. And yeah, we're gonna be playing it today. So not like monetarily sponsored, but they gave me a key. So, you know, put that out there at the beginning. A little north of South America. That's right, Woozer. Yeah, just a little north of South America. Wait, who are you? Oh, it's me, Sclimbo. What's up? What if I have no anger to clean? Well, then, you know, you can wash away your sins instead, you know, that sort of thing. I'll never be able to compete in the guessing game. My stuff never loads in time. I'm sorry to hear that, Polly. We should be streaming in multiple resolutions now, so it should be able to hit like 480 or something like that. I think it's the lowest it goes. Perfect timing, Sclimbo stream, about to throw the briquette in the air fryer. We love to see it, Karthus. And Maito, welcome in. Glad you can make it today from earlier. Yeah, so we're going to play some power washing book today, but as first, we're going to, you know, yap for a little bit. And how's everyone doing today? We've been dealing with Twitter outages all morning, so that's been weird. To be fair, I'm not super mad about it because I had an excuse that I can make one less post today. As much as I like being on Twitter, it's always nice to touch grass. I didn't get to touch grass today. We're actually riding on very little sleep and 0 caffeine. So we ball today. We're gonna see what's up. We're gonna see what's going on. You worked hard to stockpile the sins. Like what sort of ones? You do like arson? That's not a sin, is it? Murder? Hey, Tenfold. Power Washing Sim 1 has a really dope DLC to wash off the first boss of FF7. That's pretty sick, actually. Hey, Pete, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. What are you? Oh, I'm Sclimbo. I'm a VTuber. What's up? It's me, Sclimbo. Hey, Vamp. Vamp, incredible artwork, by the way. The Pandian Stocking, finished product. Saw it last night. Very, very beautiful. Thank you so much for that. You always wake up after the outages. Yeah, I mean, like, it was an early morning outage. It was done by, like, a couple hours ago, so it didn't really affect me, but... You can totally tell you're tired and no caffeine, never mind. Yeah, it's not too different. I just, my voice might be a little more like gravelly, you know, because I'm like sleep deprived and talked a lot yesterday. 7 stream streak on DB. Thank you. I'm the larval form of the male VTuber, so true. Arson's not a sin if you don't like setting things on fire. Do I hate arson? Arson can be kind of cool, but not like, I guess fire's cool. Arson's not cool. Maybe I shouldn't say it that way. Fire's kind of cool. The listener, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. You're enough follow. Thanks, listener. I don't know if I'd say that, Duntham. I don't know if I'd say that, but let's talk about any cool things we added to stream. It was a really busy day yesterday for knowers. For anyone in the know, yeah, it was a real busy day yesterday. We did the Nuzlocke. I trained some clients afterwards, and then I actually had a collab later in the night with Cammy, Snoozy, and Malfi. We played some Faz. That went pretty good. Forgot to tell him I'm afraid of the horror games. So that was great. Played that for about 2 hours. And then, you know, things might have gotten a little busy for a little bit. After that, things might have been busy, so I might have been up really late, and the TMs might have been telling me to go to bed because it was like 2 a.m. and I was still in VC, you know. So yeah, we're a little late. You got a sword? I do. Yeah, I did get a sword. But I want a sword in like real life. Oh, actually, Flort did give me a sword. Hold on, let me like pull it up. I haven't used it yet, but I do have a cool sword. Hold on, where's my cool sword? Flort just kind of dropped this on me, and he was like, here's a cool sword. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. Where is it, though? It's in here somewhere, because I know the commune glasses are here. Sword. Where in the items list are you? I dropped in here. There it is. Look. Check this out. I got a blade. And it says Glorious Nippon Steel on it. Do you like my new blade? This is here now. We got a cool sword. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm not complaining. Listen. Do the stretchy? Yeah, do the stretchy. Yeah, do the stretchy. I should do a hydrate as well, thanks. Train some clients in the way of Sclimbo? No, in the way of fitness. It's really nice because my job basically is to scream at you guys and talk for a lot. And then I go into a gym and tell people to pick up heavy things and then put them down. I don't know why Lamau's censored. It shouldn't be. That doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah, this is the brick and cutting blade. That's what they call it. It's like grass cutter. You know how like ancient Chinese weapons had cool names? Like grass cutter or something like that? Or like, I don't know, singularity of Zen or something? Yeah, this is the brick and cutter, the brick and slicer. That's my cool cultivation sword name. EB Nova, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. While we were studying Sclimbo, he studied the blade. I also got something else. Yeah, I know grass cutting blade was exact. I just don't know the lore about it, but I do remember hearing about that. I did get something else too, which was an early Christmas gift that all the talents got, which is really cool that I want to show you, but I have to load it as it. I have to become it. So let me do that real quick. Check this out. It's not fully set up yet, but you got to check this out. Look at this. I got a little microphone. It can do stuff too. I just didn't set it up. Don't worry that I'm a moving mic now, but I can load this as an item and also be here. And then it lights up when I talk, when it's working. And it also can transform to a desk version, so we can use it for like the chatting streams and stuff like that. But I'm a mic now. Look at that. Do I have a Wuxia Boy evolution line? It could be. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, heaven dividing brickin'. Why is that sword floppy, J-Flown? What's going on there? Limp sword. The limp mod sword. We are weakened. Hey, Saren, welcome in. And Owen, thanks for the streak, man. How you doing? Today a mic, tomorrow a chat. See, I got a cool microphone. Kid named Mike. But I can load it in as an item and then be next to it, but I haven't fully set it up because I was doing other stuff. My list of things to do today is actually very, very big. I didn't anticipate the stuff I had to do after stream yesterday, and then I did another collab, and then things got really busy afterwards for a while. So I was like, oh wait, there's a lot. I kind of rushed into things today, honestly. I got a lot to do. Consequences of the Industrial Revolution. yeah, maybe. But the Amaterasu sword. Yeah, we're going to play some power washing, though. I'm really excited because we're going to kind of just get to yap for a little bit. It's like glorified just chatting, I would say. You know, it's like power washing is a very calming game, I would say. You know, you get the dirt, you make it go away, just like the dirt in your mind and the dirt in your body. You know, you want to clean it. Cleanliness is good. We like to be clean. So I'm going to display some obsessive behavior, but don't worry about that. We'll talk a little bit more about that then. But yeah, it's going to be a great time. Also, did I turn? I look turned, but like not in the cool way. There. Oh, no, I think I'm supposed to be like that. Okay. I was like, am I turned today? It is a Zen game. Yeah, I haven't played the first one, but I'm excited. I wanted to. I was just busy, you know? Everyone wants the Sclimbo. The Sclimbo is desired. True. A little mini tap dance. Yeah, do a little dance around. Just like, hey, hello, my darling. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime girl. You know, sort of action going on. But yeah, that's what's going on. How are you all? How'd your day go? What'd you get up to? Anyone get up to anything cool or interesting or fun? I know you did, but Darren, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Isn't it dangerous to use a power washer without a shirt? No, I'm strong. My nipples are really strong. They're actually not. I know they look a little floppy in the tracking there, but they're actually made of like diamonds. I can cut through with them. Sclimbo with many talents. I mean, I don't know if I'd say I have many talents. I kind of just have one talent. The only talent I have is the yap, I think. I don't do much else. I'm bad at games. I play some Pokemon. I talk a lot. And I like doing things. And I'm excitable. That's it. That's all I got going for me. And I lean on it real hard. My build is a 10 in Charisma and a 0 and everything else. I took a vacation day from work to sleep in, sip some coffee, play Arc Raider, so I'm flying high. Love to hear it, Maito. Love to hear it. And thanks for the 3-stream streak, Gray. Fire washes the skin off the bone and the sin off the soul. It cleans away the dirt, and my mama didn't raise herself no dirty boy. Fire bat from StarCraft. My mama didn't raise no dirty boy. Yeah. I'm scared of my teachers see me watching your stream. Well, hey, listen, if you're in class, you should pay attention to school. You know, you should pay attention to school. At least I'm not a model that would really get you in trouble, you know, if they saw you. Like, I don't, you know, I'm not dangling around or anything like that. I wouldn't do it. But yeah, you know, nothing bad's going on. But you making brickin' right now? Getting bricked up? Yeah, I've already had a couple brickins today. Got a little more brickin' left afterwards and stuff like that. But, you know, lost my wallet last weekend and been a pain to try and get it back. I don't have access to my physics lab without it. My GPA is on the line. Damn. Yeah, like what? Do they just hold it? Like, is it found and you just can't get to it? Or are they like keeping it away from you? Are they playing keep away? Are they kind of chucking it back and forth with you in the middle running back? Oh, what's going on? You got to get the wallet. Give it me now. But thanks everyone for coming in and stuff like that. It's going to be fun. I think this is technically our first variety game. Maybe? Hold on. Let me think about last week. Is it? I mean, I did play Faz last night, but I think this is technically my first like Tuesday variety game day sort of action going on. So we're going to play a lot of different genres of things. It's not just going to be Pokemon and fitness, but I like to kind of jump around. I am very much not a completion on stream sort of person. That might happen every once in a while if I really get into a series like a Voices of the Void playthrough I could see where you do the whole game. But other than that, I usually jump around week to week on Tuesdays and I'm like, let me try this new thing. Let me try this new thing. Art is variety. Yeah, but it's not a game. It's kind of a skill, you know? It's a little different, but it is variety, though. Yeah, I didn't stream Faz, but I was on the Faz stream, you know? Like, I was on Snoozy and Cammy's POVs. Malfi and I weren't streaming, though, because I already streamed earlier, and I think it was, like, midnight for Malfi or something like that. It's changed hands within the city bus, lost and found, and now I have no idea where it is. They're supposed to ship it to my place, but I can't verify where it is. Damn, that's a rough one. Oh, my God. Yeah, it's tough sometimes trying to track down buses and all that bad stuff. But hey, why don't we get into the game? I think that's probably enough yapping for now because we got plenty more yapping we can do. Hey, what's up, Cameron? We got plenty more yapping we can do actually in game. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's figure it out. I'm going to put you guys over here. So if I look slightly this way, it's because I'm looking at chat because I need to have chat on my second monitor when I'm doing this so that I can actually full screen the game. Let me just make chat a little. Oh, no, it's not the button I want to press. Help. We're okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. We lock in. Okay, cool. Chat is up, ready to roll. Let's get into the game and yap. One time a 40 € gift card fell out of my pocket in the bus the day I was going to use it. I would cry. That's like a lot of money. You can buy like a lot of brickin' with that. All right. All right, let's do this. I gotta retract my arms here, get out of the way. Keep myself in the corner, like, you know? All right, let's get the audio going and let me know if everything sounds copacetic. We're gonna rock. Oh, hey. There's a little ant. Why am I... Oh, okay. I was like, why am I moving whenever I... But it's because you can't blast the animal full blast. I wonder if you can, like... No, they don't let you. You can only pet Bubbles. All right, that's a little... Hey, little buddy. Hey, little buddy. Hey, little buddy. There's another one over here. Ulysses. Ooh, cool name. Have you ever seen... There's actually a really good YouTube video I'd recommend. There's a lot of cats around here. Pet Squeak. You should look up I think it's called like Ulysses 31 or something like that. It's an old anime or French animation, I believe, from the 80s. And it's the story of Ulysses, but it's in space. It's really cool. It's just like space Ulysses, and they have like cool battleships and stuff like that. It's kind of the coolest thing ever. You should get Ulysses jacked. Is that something I can do? Ulysses. All right, let's see. Science Mad. Who are the pacifists? Wait, what? Does this game have lore? What is he up to? That's what I'm always asking myself. Muckingham Merman. The Muckingham Merman. Some cryptid stuff going on here. Mauku Autu Desert. Where am I? Is there a country I'm in? Is there lore here? Aliens or big tech? What am I dealing with? Mecha Hamlet? That would be pretty cool. Okay, there is one thing I've wanted to do. There's one thing I've wanted to do. No, what was it? Oh, shit. There was this idea I had a long time ago, and it was like a kind of like Mecha Hamlet sort of thing. What was it? It was something on ice. It was something on ice, but I forgot what it was. Yeah, lore from the first game. Wait, are there like aliens and lore in this game? Have I somehow stumbled into another alien game? There's no way, right? That's crazy. Anyway, let's check out our nozzles and stuff. I haven't actually... Oh, here we go. We got Sponge Valley. Oh, where are we dropping, boys? Detergento, Pumpton, Washingham, Buckton, and then the Moaku Atu Desert. Yes? What do you mean, yes? This game is lore, I guess. Sparkleton, Lubri, Mount Rushless, Power Falls. All right, cool. So we got Blaster. What are they? I don't want to, like, press buttons, though, ideally. Ah! Okay. Nozzles. We can swap nozzles. That's pretty good. Tomato Down. Yeah, we're dropping in Tomato Town. Hey, what's up, AH? I don't know how to pronounce that. Agurder. Something like that. Like girder? I don't want to press my numpad keys because then bad things happen on stream, but I probably will need that. But it's fine. We'll look around and we'll figure it out. Very empty living space. I imagine I can decorate this. But yeah, there was some idea I had for like a play or something I wanted to do, and it was like blank on ice. It might... Was it Metal Gear Rising on Ice? I think that was it. It might have been that. It might have been Metal Gear Rising on Ice, but it was a play I really wanted to, you know, make happen. That would be really cool. Kind of the coolest thing ever. Same sort of idea as Ulysses 31. We got Power Washing Simulator Battle Royale. It kind of looks like it, honestly. All right, how do I take jobs? Story jobs by the county map. Oh, that was what that was. Okay. Oh my god, I'm in. It would be sick. Why is the city separated like that? Are you power washing the city? Yeah. Sclimbo on ice. Metal Gear, I like the in ice joke. Like, I want more in ice plays, on ice plays. All right, here is story jobs by the county map in the upstairs office. That is where I am. Is there a button I should press here? That's crouch. We have a, for some reason we're crouching, but I imagine it's to get the lower places. Here's where we learn if I know how to press buttons. E doesn't work. Hold on. Controls? How do I interact with stuff if I'm not cleaning? Controls. Open game menu. Oh, maybe it's just escape straight up. Task list is tab. Aha. Aha. Let's start washing. Removals van. Power wash services. Spruce Close, Muckingham. $200? I'll take it. Let's see what we're doing here. Oh, dude, that's a dirty little van. That's a dirty little van right there. That's a dirty little van. All right, how are we gonna... Oh, that's awkward. It kept what I did in my testing. Because I just tested the game a little bit before I went live. So, okay, I guess we're a little done already here. This is all I did, though. Let's go here. Hey, Woden, thanks for the follow. That is not good enough. Let's see. That good? Ooh, there we go. Okay, all right. Now we're talking. I think this just might be the only nozzle I ever need, right? Right? How's the audio looking? Is there a way to reset the menu? No, we didn't do much. It's fine. It's fine. We did like 2 sprays just to make sure it worked. I feel like I am the kind of guy, though, who would like one nozzle things. Where I'm like, I don't need specialties. I'll lock in. It's fine. Oh, yeah. This feels good. W nozzle. I wonder if oh, kind of hard to see on the tires because they're black. But, ooh, look at that. Sparkling chrome. Have I ever told you that I really like dirty spot, that I really like cleaning things? I'm actually like a very big clean freak, so I figured this would kind of be an appropriate... Ooh, I got extra points for that. Kind of an appropriate game to play. I usually shower like twice a day, and I like do all the cleaning in my house and stuff like that. You know, I use Swiffer wet wipes all over everything every single week. You know, clean the whole bathroom, clean all the floors, clean all the surfaces and stuff like that. I like a clean, minimalist space. But what I don't like, that is the good stuff. Wait, there's a Roomba? Really? I guess that would just kind of defeat the purpose of the game, though, huh? It just becomes cookie clicker at that point. Viscera cleanup detail when? Yeah, but there's blood there. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm not worried about blood or anything. That's a little icky, dude. Very rewarding. You clean your bathroom once a year? Hey, Polly, don't do that. Clean it a little more often, please. Please? Please? As a yummy snack. Because I enjoy it. Oh, yeah, that is a thing. True, sir. Yeah, so I do a lot of the cleaning for the floor that I'm on in my Sclim house. So I do end up cleaning some other people's stuff, but it used to be a lot different than it is now. Like, I have a pretty clean, like, floor mate now. It wasn't always that way. There was a lot of people on the floor at certain times, and things got a little yucky. But I will find that everyone has their thing, right? Everyone has the one thing that they don't clean. I clean my bathroom when you eat veggies. Listen, okay? Just because I don't eat them physically doesn't mean I don't get all the nutrients because I supplement them, all right? So it doesn't matter that I don't eat vegetables. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Come on. Like cleaning stuff, but only when it's visibly dirty. Yeah, I think like it doesn't take much to make it visibly dirty in my mind. Like I don't even like when there's like a hair, you know, like a big hair hanging around somewhere, or like anything like that, or like a piece of food on the counter, right? Even if it's small, I'm like, yeah, that's a mark. Get that out of there. I don't want any marks on anything ever. Simplicity, please. There's a lot of times where sometimes things are just so dirty I throw them out, which is a bit psychotic, but you know. Me and my twin tag team chores, nice. That's a good way to do it. The thing is, chores are one of those things where I feel like I can't trust other people to do it, right? Where it's like I have my way of doing things and I'm like, I can't trust you. I need to do it my way. It's the only way. How does Sclimbo even meet daily fiber goals? Oh, it's honestly, it's way easier than just eating a lot of veggies. Because, like, you need a lot of veggies to eat your fiber goals, honestly. There's not a lot of fiber in, like, anything. So I just kind of max with beans. You know, I go bean crazy. And then I hit, like, a lot of the keto fiber wraps and stuff like that, even though I don't do keto. Just because they have a lot of fiber in them. So I'm always getting my fiber. Sometimes even up to, like, twice the daily amount. But, yeah, no, we get in the fiber. One of my best decisions was hiring a maid once a month just to deep clean with the stuff you didn't want to do. Hey, Kono, how much was that? I don't know if that's like you don't have to answer that if that's like a, you know, awkward conversation, of course. But like, that would be cool. There are some things that I feel like do need deep cleaning because our bathroom doesn't have vents, which is really like not up to code. But because of that, like, it's a constant war against mold. Like, we win the war, don't get me wrong, but it is a war. It would be nice to have someone come and deep clean that. Because there's only so much I can do myself, you know? Gonna put a single hair in your bedroom. Best of luck finding it. Yo, I will. I'll find it. Don't think I won't. 160? That's not bad. Oh, like 160? I guess once a month, that's not too bad at all, actually. That's really not that bad. That's about what I charge for, like, doing yard work in a month, honestly. I wouldn't trust anyone to wash my stuff. Yeah, like, not my room. Bathroom, sure. But, ooh. What was that fancy noise? Whoa, wait, what was that fancy noise? Oh, hey, sweet. Oh my God, thank you so much. Someone on Throne got my little headlamp. Thank you for the Throne gift. Honestly, oh my God. Okay, if you look at my Throne, it's really funny because I don't have a lot of like cute stuff and streamer stuff on there like a lot of people do. I just have like camping equipment and food. But I've actually really needed to get a new light because I was dealing with like a normal flashlight. I never had a headlamp. But somebody just fully funded the headlamp. So thank you so much for that. Now I can see in the dark. Big ups. I will give you a personalized little thank you video after stream when I have time to record that because I do that for all the Throne gifts. But thank you. I love camping. Camping's so nice. Hey, that's another good thing about not owning a lot of stuff, right? This is like an ulterior motive for me for not owning a lot of things is less to clean. And that's a little crazy way to think about it, honestly, but I do think about it that way, where I'm like, well, if I have less stuff, I can clean less. And that means there's more time to do other things and also keep things clean. Really, everything comes down to cleanliness and if I can put it in a bag. Night vision acquired? No, yeah, pretty much. No, my friend showed me the headlamp last time we went camping, and I was still kind of using, like, my phone lamp, and it was kind of dinky, and when we were like, you know, we're out in the woods in the middle of the mountains and stuff, I'm using my phone light and I'm like, this is just way too inefficient, this is dinky. Trying to cook with it was terrible because I had to have one hand on it all the time and stuff like that, so it's like, nah, I needed a headlamp. That's gonna be actually super helpful. I think actually we funded like all the camping items. The only thing that is still left is the big camping pad, but that is a lot of money, so I'm probably going to turn that into a crowdfunding situation because I didn't realize even how much that was until I looked again, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. But is Sclimbo describing superior male living? Yeah, I am. True male living space. VTuber male living space. But I decided I wanted to go for a really nice camp pad, but that's because I use it for like more than camping. The thing is, like, I bring that to cons a lot when I use my, like, camping pads that you sleep on top of. I'll usually sleep on the floor when I go to conventions to save money and to save room, so I can room with, like, you know, 5 or 6 people and just be like, oh, yeah, just give me the floor. Like, no problem at all, right? So I save money that way. So I do also bring it, like, on the plane to go on, like, camping trips into hotel rooms, too. So, yeah, we're gonna be rocking that one at MagFest, ideally. Rocking that at MagFest and stuff like that. So maybe off Kai, other ones. As yet unannounced. But yeah. Hey, what's up, Owen? What's going on? You ever go canoeing, kayaking? You know, I used to actually when I was a little Sclimbo, my dad had a house on a lake. And so I did partially grow up on a lake. Not fully though. because my parents never got married. So I was jumped back and forth between my my mom's house and my dad's house, like pretty much once a week or so. Very good relationship, you know, nothing, honestly, no trauma at all. It just, they never got married, but they didn't like hate each other or anything like that. There was no drama. They did a really good job co-parenting, that sort of thing, right? But I was at my dad's at that lake every once in a while, and we had some kayaks there. And so I did do a lot of kayaking, but I never went kayak camping. I would do it though. And it was never for too long. Hey, Kono, you're the best VTuber male. Thank you. I wouldn't say I'm the best male VTuber, but I am the best VTuber male because that's literally my name. Thank you. But I am honored. I am honored. I do just want to, like, my whole goal here beyond, like I talked about yesterday, kind of like trying to make my mark on the industry and being involved with it and stuff, is I just want people to have a good time. I really value, like, helping people out and making them stronger and feel better and stuff, de-stressing especially. And that's one of the reasons why I train people with, like, fitness too, is like, I think that when you work on your physical body, like when you learn what you're capable of by training and getting stronger and changing things about you that you want to change, and you see that reflected in your strength and your body and stuff like that, I think it gives you this sense of confidence that you carry around everywhere. And so I found that, like, when I train people too, it's also kind of like a mental exercise, like a philosophical exercise, where it's like people get more confident and they get stronger mentally as well when they train. So I just like doing that. I like making people tough. I'm a support class. You ever get into bushcraft? A little bit, but I'm not very good at making stuff. So I'm not great with my hands, honestly. Hey, what's up, Zero? What's going on? You're a great de-stressor. Thank you, J-Ray. Joining directly to Sclimbo being the GOAT. Hey, Anobo. What's going on, Anobo? How you doing? Military love. What's up? I've begun to lose weight with my new low-carb diet. Used to be 217. I'm 193. Nice job. Just watch out. Don't go too low on carbohydrates. You're still going to want them for energy. Ain't nothing wrong with them, but it is a good thing to cut when you are trying to lose weight. If you're gonna if you're gonna cut one macronutrient, I'd say cut that. Oh my god, I have like a high jump. Look at this. Taking control of your body is a great way to take control of your mind. I super agree. 100% is how I feel. There is a mental fortitude portion of it, you know, because you learn tasks too. You learn things. You learn, like, you know, discipline, how to stay on task and stuff like that. How much power you really have. Because I think a lot of people kind of forget how strong they are. Especially these days, there's a lot that makes people feel kind of, you know, held back and like they can't do anything and they can't control the world around them, helpless. And I think lifting can help solve that too, because it shows you, like, there is something you can do always. There's something you can control. You have agency, and that's important. Just popping in a while on break. Thanks, Queen. Thanks for coming by. Miss y'all, not gonna lie. I'm happy I can catch you live. Yeah, we had a lot of fun in the SMP. We had a lot of fun. I do miss it too. It's so funny because it was only 3 days, but it felt like a lifetime. Maybe it was because I was playing so much, but it was like, oh, I do miss just logging on and seeing everyone in base and stuff like that and being like, all right, what's up today? How are we going to beat those wilders today? Oh, it was fun. It was fun. No matter how much I lift and not growing an afro, what do I do? Oh, that one's hard. Yeah, that one's really hard to grow. You kind of need some hair gains for that one. Not even I can do it, but I'm working on it. I'm going a little feral right now with my hair, honestly. I think I'm just going to grow it out for like a year or two and go super feral. You know, really tap into the Neanderthal inside. It'd be pretty fun. I did it every once in a while. Yeah, the world can make you feel small, but it's important to remember how strong we are. We are tough, we have agency, and we can do cool stuff. Never forget. Never forgetty. You know? Would it be cool to have an SVA general Minecraft server? There actually is one. Yeah, there is a SVA Minecraft server. I believe it even runs Cobblemon. I was joking, though. I don't think I'm actually banned from it, but I think I'm jokingly banned from it because if I join it, I'll never stream, and then they'll have to fire me. So I think I'm jokingly banned from it, but there is one, yes, and I might show up at some point. Who knows? Who knows? Nathan, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. But it felt like a year of our life. I'll stay alive next time. Yeah, I know. I liked what we were doing. Like, it was really fun. And I was talking about it yesterday too. I do think there was actually there was a bit of conspiracy / subterfuge stuff that was going on that I don't think we realized until the very end. Like, it turns out that when all the other factions were talking about, like, us planning spawners, like, as the military planning spawners and stuff like that. So I don't think we ever actually got access to that. It sounds like there was a rogue faction that was given the power to do that by God on the server and was doing it to everyone, but we were getting blamed for it. So I do think I'm a military truther. I'm a military truther. That was fake news. That was propaganda. Propaganda by God. Oh, there's a little smiley face. We have an open and whitelist enabled and you are jokingly banned. Hell yeah. What's up, Etu? How we doing? Did you sleep, Etu? Did you sleep, by the way? I know a lot was going on last night. Why is watching Sclimbo painted truck so satisfying? Because we all crave cleanliness, all right? Being clean is good. We crave this. Observe. Look. It feels good. It tickles the brain. Do it. You gotta. You know that one guy was like, clean your room? I don't agree with everything he said, but he was right about that one. Clean your room. I think we didn't have access to that. The only spawners I know were from Chip and Echo. That's what I mean, yeah. So I think Chip and Echo got given spawners, but nobody was aware of it because they were doing it to all sides, but we got blamed for it. So it was actually propaganda. The military did nothing wrong. Except, you know, spread the virus and try and kill everyone, but that was like part of our job. So, though I do think there was some griefing, but I honestly, going to be honest, I played for like 10 hours a day and I was with the leadership the entire time. I didn't see any. I think what was happening was there were some people who were going and doing it out solo who we didn't really have control over, if you know what I mean. But I wasn't aware of any true griefing really. As far as I knew, going out on expeditions and being with, you know, Sci-Fry for like 10 hours a day on the server. So I wasn't really aware of any. But yeah, the military would never betray the citizens. Yeah. It doesn't even look like it's cleaning. It's like putting a new coat of paint on an old mess. It's beautiful. I should get into power washing. I bet I like this in real life. It probably feels super satisfying. Just wash it all away. Spider-Man and a few others, yeah, but we were clean military boys. Yeah, and like nobody really had control over Spider-Man. Nobody had control over Spider-Man. Spider-Man was denounced by the military faction. like he does not represent us type shit. So, yeah. You can make money using Power Washer? Yeah, like I could see myself doing that. That's one of the maybe like 7 backup plans. I do keep a lot of backup plans in reserve in case things don't work out in life. Where I'm like, all right, well, you know, if this doesn't work, I'll just do this. If this doesn't work, I'll just do this. And something like that is probably in there somewhere. Because like we talked about yesterday, I don't feel like I need too much to get by. And like my dad did stuff like that. Like he kind of put big opportunities. Like my dad was kind of like Forrest Gump. He went to like a very prestigious college and stuff like that, and he worked at like IBM early on before it blew up, but he decided that he wanted to go cut grass instead. So he left the desk job to go cut grass. So like, yeah, I can see that life path happening to me too. Just being like, you know what, I just want to blast stuff with water and make things clean. That's satisfying, right? Clean things look good. I died for Spider-Man. Why did I do that? Yeah. Press seeds better for the motion sickness. Oh, wait. Oh, hey, good call. Good call, Metal Master. I guess that would be. Yeah, that could be pretty obnoxious to people. I didn't even think about that. Thanks for keeping me aware of that, honestly. Yeah. Ooh, because I could imagine that's a problem for some people. I never think about that, but happiness isn't always a prestigious career. Oh, honestly, I don't think it, in many cases, it's never is almost. I think there's very much lifestyle creep when it comes to like really fancy jobs. I see this among a lot of people I know too, which is just this thing where it's like, yeah, when you have a stressful job that's like kind of prestigious and you're working like all the time really, really hard at it, you tend to want to spend more money to justify working that hard. But then what I've noticed, for me at least, is that because I have a more chill lifestyle, I guess I would say, and not that I don't work hard, but I don't work like as stressed, you know, there's not a lot of stress in my life and stuff like that. I find that my desires are more in check and I don't feel the need to spend a lot of money. So in some ways, it's probably not the best economically because I don't like buy much, right? But like, yeah, no, there's definitely lifestyle creep with things like that. Prestige careers have the highest rate of professional regret. True. I didn't know that, Vera, but hey, Vera, what's up? Ooh, this one's just a general sudsy boy. I don't like that it goes away though. Is this clean? Or is that just sudsy action? Oh, I have limited sudsy action. We don't want that. All the happy people I know work just enough to get by and never take manager roles. Yeah, you don't want to get noticed. That's the grim reality. The grim reality is like, no, don't notice me, actually. I want to just do my job. But there are, you know, there's a lot of jobs that can be really fun if people are like really into them and stuff. But there's a lot that are just like, I don't know if that's anyone's favorite thing ever, you know? Like there are some that are definitely dream jobs. Like right now, I definitely feel very blessed. But like, if you put me in an office environment, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to jump out of my chair to sell insurance. You know what I mean? Where it's like, yeah, like, I'll do what I have to, but I'm not going to be like, oh boy, time to sell insurance. Like, I'm going to collect that paycheck. That's what I'm going to do. Retail therapy helps, definitely, very temporarily. But like, I get it, right? Because you deserve it at that point. You're working really hard. But I do also think, all to say that I do think there is an alternative to that, which is if you don't work as hard, you might find that you don't even desire those things as much. But I don't want to be preachy about it, because it is definitely preference, you know? It works for me. It works for me, man, you know? Frickin' obtain, nice. But Sclimbo, how can you improve shareholder value with an attitude like that? Yeah, how can I make the GDP go up? I don't know. But the number has to get bigger. What does that do? I don't know, but it's gotta. It's gotta. All right, let's get this edge here. Ironically, I feel like I'd be a better manager because I like having a bit of power to motivate me and very good at passing the work to someone else. I run into the problem where I'm often a manager and don't want to be. I run into that problem a lot, where people will be like, all right, Sclimbo, you're the manager now. And I'm like, oh, man. I just wanted to not do that. Word up, people. Caldera County's premier power washing is back up and running. My competitor. Rusty, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Welcome in. Me in a job with 36-hour shifts? Wait, that's crazy. Is that like firefighter or doctor or what? The thing that's wild about shifts that are that long is you'd think at some point, like, they're usually for pretty critical jobs, and you'd think at some point, like, that's really inefficient, right? To have someone sleep-deprived doing the job. Like, yeah, let me get my sleep-deprived doctor to save lives. I don't know if that's the smartest move, honestly. I will forever be an IC, cannot push me into management. Yeah, don't make me. Prefer to just keep your head down, solve problems alone. I do think there's some sort of, like, what is that? Oh, it's flying. There is something really comfy about solo jobs. They're not everyone's cup of tea, but I've also kind of, like, I've always had this appreciation for things like trucking or, like, overnight security, where it's like, those are jobs that just seem really comfy, like really comfortable, right? We just kind of chill, nothing's too stressful. Maybe trucking can be when you're like parallel parking or driving in a city or something, but just kind of long hauling, living your own life, traveling the country. Oh, it sounds kind of cool. Kind of on board for that. I feel that in management. Oh, I missed that one at two. Sorry. I'm going to go into forestry. That would be cool. Yeah, forestry's sick too. I've been tempted here and there. I do have a degree that would work for it, but I'd have to get some more training, you know? Doctors and nurses are the one job that deserve 6 figures at least. Let's see. I dodged 7 forced promotions in my 12-year corporate tech career. No, thank you. Yeah. I'll take promotions, but I probably would regret it afterwards, honestly. I'd be like, oh. I've had a few training clients recently who got promoted, and they were really happy in their work from home jobs, and they got promoted, and they're like, oh, I have so much more to do now. It was great before. It's not worth it. You have a friend in overnight security who loves it? Yeah, a friend of mine did it a while ago. I think it's kind of aesthetic, right? I think what's cool about it is if you wanted, you could live like a total mall soft, like 80s vaporwave life. Because imagine you work overnight security at a mall, right? You could just listen to Mallsoft all night and then live in the night and like only play like old games and consume old media and stuff like that. And it would be like probably not good for your mental health, but you could absolutely just live in a different world. And I think that's kind of interesting. That's why I always turn down promotions. Yeah, you see the vision. Yeah. Yeah, that's the deal. That's the deal. It's all cool. It's all cool. But that's pretty aesthetic. I've always been interested in truck driving. That might be something I do at some point. Because that seems really cool. I know you're mostly on the highways, but just like the idea of getting to travel cross country and like stop at random stations and get food at diners and stuff like that, kind of be a drifter. It's kind of cool, kind of like vagrant aesthetic, right? And then one of my favorite thoughts is like driving through the desert at like 2 a.m., listening to like Art Bell, like coast to coast FM or AM type stuff. That could be really cool. Cool aesthetics there. You can stream from truck. Yeah, I know a guy who does it too. Absolutely. I'd need to like do testing for that, but I did see some people who did it. Got promoted in my workplace after a few years in training. A few new hires, they laid me off. Yeah, it does suck. There's kind of no loyalty there anymore. So it seems to be that the way people get raises these days is via job hopping. So never be afraid to do it, you know? Unknown officer at large, drifter in the desert. Yeah, I'm just rolling in. I'm just passing through. Sclimbo would like truck sim me things. I probably would. I've never played it, but I probably would. But yeah, it would be cool to kind of like travel through, right? Go to a diner and just be like, you know, just passing through. Like, oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's so cool. That's the coolest thing ever. Gotta be sure to wear your Sclimbo trucker hat. I should get one. What would be a good phrase to have on the Sclimbo trucker hat? Because, like, you know, we always use, like, silly hats for a lot of my streams and stuff like that. What would be a good trucker hat for Sclimbo? I gotta think about that. Put it on later. Buy a decommissioned USPS vehicle from the VTuber mail truck. Yeah. I took an overnight security job for factories, decided it wasn't for me when this particular security company was like, yeah, we're going to move you to this other overnight spot because the last guy quit because someone tried to break him with a loaded firearm. Yeah, no thanks. Juan, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Let me hydrate. I saw that earlier. Just slimming through is pretty crazy, actually. I like that. I like that a lot, Squeaky. I like that a lot. Incredible. I like air conditioning and fiber internet too much to do the nomad thing. Yeah, fiber internet is pretty good. But I mean, like, I hear that, and I know, like, you know, controversies aside, but I hear that Starlink's actually pretty good. Like, pretty good for nomad stuff. So, you know, if that's true, like, I wouldn't be opposed. It's something I'd be interested in trying out, I think, even as Sclimbo. Like, I'd like to do a travel stream trip at some point, I think. That could be pretty cool, if I could figure that out. Stand for the Sclim, kneel for the bow. We need a portion of Sclimbo-os. Did I get this back entirely? I feel like I might have missed something. Hold on, let me just, like, lock in. What down here? That dirt? No, that's just the light reflection. Okay, we're good. On to this side. This is satisfying. I wonder what the biggest thing in this game that you can clean is. Like, what the absolute largest / longest thing to clean is. Do they have, like, a whole house that you have to power wash the inside of? Like a medical facility or something? I've heard of a new one called Calix Institute. What is that? I know someone who live stream with the Starlink from Mount Fuji. That's sick. I guess that would work. You're kind of closer to space or lower orbit, right? You know, it was really funny. I heard recently, like, I know there's been concerns about space debris with all the satellites we're putting up, but I heard, like, a stat recently about actually how many satellites are up there, and it wasn't, like, bad at all. They equated it to, like, oh, yeah, it's like a pebble in an Olympic stadium. Like, it's really, they'll never hit each other type energy, and it's like, oh, okay, that's not that bad. That's pretty cool. You're on to something, maybe. Things got pretty big in the last one. I'm sure they'd be bigger in the second one. Yeah, so I did a little research, and it turns out that the company self-published this one. It used to be Square Enix, I guess, as the publisher, but this one, I guess, is Future Lab themselves publishing. So they get all that juicy stuff now. So big ups to them. Good job, team. Good job, team. I already have a possum in my yard. You're less efficient. No! How am I less efficient than a possum? Come on. There's no way possums are good at cleaning. Ain't no way. Hey, take a chance. Thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Jessica Antique and Collectibles. I've always wondered sometimes when I'm cleaning and stuff like this. I used to clean consoles and fix like video game consoles here and there. And I always used to wonder like how they got so dirty. And I'm feeling that way about this truck too. Like how did the inside get entirely caked in mud? Did they just like splatter mud all over the place? Like what are they doing? Do they have a mud fight? What's going on? I remember opening up like old SNESs and there's just like grass inside. And it's like, how did you manage that? Like, what are we looking at here? Gamer gunk. The fetish truck. Yeah, the mud wrestling truck. I guess so. Maybe that's what it was for. Maybe that's the collectible all along. Throw my laptop in the dishwasher? Yeah. I remember the time I learned when you could do that with console discs. Like when I was a kid and I learned that you can actually clean like old video game like console discs by putting them in water and that wouldn't ruin them. Like you could wash them. And I was like, oh, not in the dishwasher, obviously, but like with water, right? Like, you know, water and a soft towel. And I was like, oh, wow, that's good info. Good to know. I feel like those consoles not being turned on in a while would contribute to dust buildup. Yeah, but it's like more than dust sometimes. Like I remember opening old consoles and seeing like grass and just dirt and things like that. And it's like, how did that get in there? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing in the house to make that real? That's crazy. Hold on, I need a different nozzle for this one, I think. Where's my real power washer? Oh, yeah, that's aggressive. Get aggressive with it. Get in the crevices there. None for you. Off-road trucking can be intense, especially after raid storms. Yeah, that's true. How'd they get it on the inside, though? And this doesn't look like an off-road truck, really. If they're taking this off-roading, I don't know. I saw someone clean a PC and had to clean out dozens of dead roaches. Yeah, that sucks. That just knows, like, when that happens, it's like, oh, that house was not clean. That was not a great place to be. That's telling a story, right? That's like that's emergent storytelling right there. If you see that. Noon, thanks for the follow. And thanks. Oh, I can't say anything. It's a silent. Can't say anything. All right, front done. I keep feeling like those are dirt, but they're not. Did we get the wheel? I mean, like, really? There we go. Get that wheel. Yeah, I see you. I see you. Ooh, what is that? The big attachment. Feels good. I'm getting, like, extra money this way. Wait, how are we only at 122 bucks? Environmental storytelling, yeah. Did I miss something? Why are we only at 122? Surely we can't get under the truck, right? I mean, we can do this. Under tire? Oh my god, under tire, right. I forgot trucks are 3D. I forgot they have 3 dimensions. Although the tire did jingle, so I think we did that. And luckily the completely devoid of mud underneath, we're fine. Wrote a college grad paper on level design and environmental storytelling. Oh, cool. Nice. I don't think I ever wrote any cool papers, ever. I wasn't really a papers guy. I think I wrote a cool one on free will once and determinism, but that was like the only cool thing I ever wrote. But you should be able to press tab to highlight any grime. Really? Okay, tab opens this. That's not my grime highlighter. Visiting homes for sale gives a lot of environmental storytelling. One time there were holes punched in doors. You know Kyle lived there. You know somebody named Kyle lived there. That's what it's all about. That's Kyle activity. Peak Kyle activity. Okay, there we go. That's exhaust. Controls change between games. Yeah, I can always look it up in the settings. So, peak Kyle energy. Buttons Q. Oh, you're so right. Look at that. Whoa, we can highlight grime. I wish I could do this in real life. If I could highlight grime in real life, things would be better. Everything would be better. I'd be fixed. I would be so fixed. I'm just not a big fan of the grime. You need to go away. What is this grime doing in here? Come on, I blasted you 1,000,000 times. Look at that. Come on. You really want me getting granular here. Do I have like a fine toothbrush to go through this? That's usually the optimal cleaning implement here. All right. Very nice. Very nice. We're getting there. My brother's name is Kyle. Stop. Does Kyle punch holes in drywall? Does he? Does he? I remember one time at like E3, we had like a Kyle day where we just bought a bunch of drywall and put on like, drank Monster Energy and put on a bunch of like backwards hats and like punched holes in drywall. It was really fun. It's fun to have some whimsy every once in a while, you know? We did have holes in walls due to punches? Yeah! Kyle! You could probably borrow Addie's. I don't think she uses it. Fair. 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 If you use your own toothbrush, you're more used to handling it, so it's more optimal. I actually do that, but like, no, don't freak out. Not like you think. Not like you think. But when I do get rid of my toothbrush, like when I get rid of my toothbrushes for a new one, I do use them to clean things, like right before I throw them away. I'll use them to like get like really in deep on some stuff, you know? Get them in there. All right, how we looking? Oh, a little bit of grime. Is that grime? Or am I'm crazy. Okay. I'm insane. There is. Okay. Let's see here. Anything left? I'm not seeing any. Ah, hello. Hello, you. Give it a little blast. Did you punch the... Oh, you were the monster drinker. I'm going to be honest. I didn't have any caffeine today. And I've been having caffeine pretty regularly. So I hope nothing bad happens. Because I do want a yummy drink. I should have a yummy drink, but I ran out of time. Very busy morning. Very busy morning, folks. What if you use an electric toothbrush early for cleaning? Hey, what's up, Merp? What's going on? That would be pretty cool. Did we win? It says 99%. Did we win the truck game? Truck lower side? No, these are all the sides. What is this? Is that telling me there's like a... Oh, here we go. Oh, it's giving me the like remaining spots. That's so nice. Quality of life. What are we up to? Ooh. So you give it a once over and then you hit it with the good stuff afterwards. I see. Oh yeah, of course on the door. Silly. All right, hold on. Where is it? On the hinge. We're getting there. 155. There sure are a lot of spots left. But I guess we're just finishing off all these parts until they ding. There's a ding. Yeah! Let's go. First job. They say a lot of caffeine's bad for you, but if that were true, why do my headaches go away? My hands stop shaking. Yeah, if caffeine was bad for you, why does it make me feel better? Like, you know, any drug. Press escape to finish. Oh, look at that play-by-play. Oh, baby! I'm taking a drink. Drink to that. That's downright beautiful. Bada boom, bada bing. All right, next job. We roll. Big W. Hey, what's up? Azret. What's going on? Welcome in, Raiders. Let me give a shout out over there. Shout out to Azret Sear. Make sure I spell it correctly. Thanks for the raid. What's going on? Welcome in, Raiders. For those who don't know me, my name is Sclimbo, Socks Agency's certified Sclimbo and self-improvement VTuber. We're power washing stuff today because all must be clean. Bran, Echo, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. We kind of killed it there. Kind of big job. So what were we up to, though? How'd your stream go? If medicine's good for you, why does my girlfriend disappear when I take the pills? True. Now we got a facility. We have to clean the facility. Hi, Raiders. What's up? What's going on? I press that button, right? That's my little hi, my little wave right there. Eh? All right, back to it. All right, so we have to clean this park. What is dirty is the question. Rotate nozzle R. Wait, oh, I can rotate. Nice. Merp, thanks for the follow. Okay, just this? No, there's got to be more than just this. Come on. What are we talking about here? Right, I need to remember to keep using C for the motion sick girlies and guys and non-binaries. Blossom, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. I am having an amazing stream. Yeah, we're just doing some power washing because we got gifted a little code for this bad boy. So we're, checking it out. Doing some washing. How about you? What were you up to? You washing or are you doing something else? Opening your store? My store? What do you mean? What do you mean? I got a store? Wait, that says roof? What says roof? Roof. Oh, roof. That's not a roof. I don't know. I'm sorry to tell you that's not a roof. That is very much like a, I don't even know what that is. It just says open. It's a platform, I guess. Got some platforms in the middle. Washy-washy chat. Yeah, we washy-washy. I think it's a shop that sinks into the ground. That would make sense. Gonna pop up. We were just chatting today, talking about deep topics like humanity. Will we reproduce or become immortal? I want to become immortal. I actually want to live forever. I'm a big fan of the idea of living forever. One of the reasons why I want to be so healthy and I stay very fitness focused and health focused is because the longer I live, the better chance there is that they develop better aging technology. And ideally you just hit the stride. So ideally it's like, oh, by the time you're 50, people live to 150. And then by the time you're 70, people live to 170. And then by the time you're 100, people live to 200. And then you just hit that stride and live forever. I'm mentally locked in for about 1,000 years, I would say. So that's me right now. That's where my mind is. Absolutely in love with the model. Oh, thanks, Blossoming. It's like peak male. Yeah, I am VTuber male. That is my name. Oh boy, do I have good news for you. What do you? Am I gonna be immortal, Merp? I want to be immortal. I really, really want to. I want to see what happens. My big thing is, I have so many big things, but I just want to know what's up in general. I want to see what happens. I want to see what the story is. I also want to see what the story is in the past. I want to know. I want to know stuff. I am 100% that lady in Indiana Jones Crystal Skull where the aliens come down and she's like, I want to know everything, and then they blow up her head. That's me. I would do that. 100%. I am curiosity killed the cat. I want to know. I want to know stuff and things. Older than Methuselah. This is guy who, if you follow him, you'll have eternal life. Wait, really? That seems like a cult. Is that real? No, obviously not. That seems like a cult. Tell me more, though. What's the joke here? What's the bit? Sclimbo wants immortal to gaze into the forbidden. I just want to know. I want to know stuff. I want to have knowledge. I want to know the story of humanity, where we're going and where we came from, all of it. I want to be immortal in a magical curse way, but not in a Brian Johnson way. Brian Johnson, I think it's kind of cool. I do think at times, his routine is so in-depth that he probably, you do kind of miss out on life because you're focusing so much on trying to live longer, because his routine takes 10 hours a day. But so it's almost ironic, but I think his info and research is really cool. So his name is Jesus, bro. I know. Wild. Yeah, I'm talking in the non-religious way. Physically living forever. Do you want to reach the point in the future where Earth becomes uninhabitable? No, because we'll just go to space. We got to go to space. We just got to get there. We got to spread like cockroaches throughout the galaxy and humanity max. It's the only way. It's the only way. All right, how do I... I don't see any... Oh, is it outside rim? Oh, that was just a little dusty outside rim we got going on here. The perfect nozzle length, too. Look at us. Look at us. I'm 100% the Illuminati? No, I just want to live forever. Humanity max. I'm very keen on turning our brains into digital stuff. I would full dive. I would. I kind of want to natural path it, though. Like, I think it'd be cool to go the natural path, right? Like, if there was gonna be like we're gonna put our brains in pods, people, right? I might wait a while. I might be like more like, you know what? Actually, I think I'm gonna be like a natural kind of guy and see how far I can go on that route. You know, see how far our tech can go there. Reject humanity. No, Bricken is humanity. Bricken is the truth. You know, I just want to be an android. I don't really want to be an android. I mean, I would if it meant like dying otherwise, but I like being me. That work? Did we do it? Function, go, creature. Okay, maybe not. It's still highlighting this. There's something I need to do here, clearly, but I don't know what, because when I do that, it just kind of goes back, doesn't it? Or am I crazy? Maybe if I just like walk it, become scorn. I'm gonna have to, sorry, motion sick people, gonna have to walk this one. Made a classic Bricken yesterday, made for some good Bricken sandwiches. Very nice. Both machine and biological. Yeah. That's the floor. Anything else? Okay, we did that. Facility. Ooh! Oh! Stinky, dude! Alright. Let's get on it. That is not powerful enough. That's not powerful enough. That's pretty good. That's just right. 4 times Mr. Olympia champion? No, I wasn't. It was the roof? Yeah, I can't read, though. Yummy snack. Because I enjoy it. I don't even need durability. I'm talking like realistic immortality. I'm talking like purely science is just like, you know what? We figured out how to not age. That's all I want. So I can just be like, as long as I don't get an accident or die, I can live to like 1,000. That would be pretty sick. I wouldn't like live more carefully or anything. I would just have to gamble and be like, yeah, I probably won't die living normally if I just, you know. Because if we can live generally like 90 years or 80 years, not getting into freak accidents all the time, like sure, the risk will increase in the next 100 years, but I'll probably still get pretty far. Like, even if I'm not trying to like longevity max, I'll probably still make it to like 500 at least, right? Before I get hit by a truck or a flying truck. Stop aging, become lobster. Yeah, true. Would you still do your walks in the woods when you're 90? Ideally, yes. Ideally, I'd never stop. If I like couldn't walk in the woods anymore, that'd be pretty rough for my mental, I think. I kind of need it, you know? Someday science will CRISPR some lobster genes. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'd rather they just kind of figure out how, like, just to reverse aging of our cells. That would be pretty banger. So that you could, like, you don't have to introduce much. You can just kind of stay you forever. Being android sounds fun until you can't use your arms or legs because you can't afford that. Yeah, you can't afford the subscription. That's like, actually Flork posted about it recently. There was a company that was making like AI of your dead relatives so you could talk to them forever. And we were just talking about like the logical extents of what that would become. Because like, you know, if you don't think about it, it's like kind of a cute idea where it's like, oh wow, you could like still talk to grandma after she died. But then it quickly becomes like necromancy, your grandma being like, pay your necromancy fees or I will die, right? Like, your AI grandma telling you to pay the subscription fee. It turns very evil very fast. Very dystopian. Kind of rad, though. Aesthetically, that is pretty cool. But, like, not a good way. Just in a scary way. Black Mirror was not supposed to be inspiration. Oh, it will be. The rule of sci-fi is that it always becomes real. You know? Everything we think of in sci-fi eventually becomes real, so just give it time. I'm a big believer in that. The necromancy is just asking to use old people to scam other old people. True. Hey, what's up? How's it going, man? Scared of AI grandmas? We'll take the lovely organic ones. Yeah, me too. Me too. Normal grandmas, please. Do not invent the Torment Nexus. Yeah, I'm gonna. We're gonna invent the Torment Nexus. It's gonna happen. Can't wait. Might be pretty close. Black Rock, Black Mirror. Are we at ads yet? I actually can't see my ad timer. Pre-roll off. We're about to go to ads. It's about ad time, folks. All right, we're going to go to ads here for about 4 minutes. We'll be right back. Everyone take a stretchy, get some water, get some pee-pee or something like that. And then we'll be right back here in 4 minutes. I do not talk while ads are running. I go to a little be right back so that nobody misses anything. So I will BRB, enjoy the screen, not my dongler, and I will see you on the other side. Let's rock. Yo, welcome back. Why Portugal? What did Portugal do wrong? Oh, my hat's on. What did Portugal do wrong? Why do they deserve to blow up their capital poof? What do you mean? All right, welcome back, everyone. Hopefully the ads weren't too bad. Like you enjoyed the music there. That is Trails of Cold Steel. One of the greatest games ever. Hey, Mug, buddy. Thank you for the sub. Subscribe for 2 months now. Hey, Mug. How you doing today, man? What ad? No ads. Oh, exist? Yeah, ads aren't real. Ads are fake if you have a sub. Never forget. They're fake, and you get to see the whole... You have to listen to the whole song and see all of the cool fan art and stuff like that. So, all right, back to cleaning. Right, C button. Consider motion sickness. I do get motion sickness, but not like in games like this. I do get it in VR, though. I'm pretty weak to VR motion sickness. Ads are the figment of our imaginations. You're doing great cardio day today. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, good. Good on you. I'm sorry, though. That's hard. That's a tough one. I'm so sorry for your loss. You got yourself a baguette? Nice. I'm trying to think. Do I have anything interesting I'm eating later? I might have, like... I'm going to have that mortadella sandwich that I talked about yesterday, I think. I ended up just having discount mac and cheese. Last night, it was pretty pitiful, actually. And I had some sugar-free Jell-O this morning and some, like, protein ramen. And then my brickin'. So, yeah, I'm thinking it's mortadella sandwich, bagel sandwich time, probably. Little cream cheese, little whipped cream cheese on that. I really like the combo. It might be strange. I like cream cheese and meat, where you take a little like bagel and you toast it. You put some cream cheese on, whipped cream cheese, then put the meat, toast that as well. Big fan of that. Maybe I'll put some hot sauce on too, like a freak though. We'll think about it. Many options. Mortadella, nice. Are chicken nuggets just fun-sized Brickens? Kind of. They're not as optimal as Brickin though, unless you buy that one brand. I think it's like Better Goods has that one brand where the macros are actually insane. I think it's that brand. Hope so. Curry and rice day. Oh, you know what? I'm looking at both chats. Oh, no wonder I was confused. I was looking at both chats at the same time. I'm like, oh, hold on. Let me do that better. Let me do that better. I haven't had curry rice in so long. It's tough. I wish there was like, you know what sucks is like curry's kind of cheap in like Japan and stuff. And I imagine it's pretty cheap in most of Asia. And it's just always an expensive food item over here. Same thing with ramen. Like, unless you're getting grocery store ramen, right? And you can always make your own curry. But, like, it sucks that we can't have Japanese level, like, cheapness of curry and ramen. But here. Because, like, ramen's treated like a gourmet dish in the US. It's like $25. Whereas, you know, in Japan, I walk into a little shop and spend $3 and get ramen. It's so unfair. It's so unfair. Your throat feels ugh. Oh, sorry to hear that. You coughed and sneezed at the same time? Oh, no. I forgot how to sneeze a while ago. But, you know. You can buy JP curry blocks. Yeah. I had some a couple weeks ago. For campfire cooking. We made some curry ramen, actually, as a camping trip. Like, we were in the woods and we made some curry ramen over the campfire. It was pretty awesome. But campfire food always hits different. Yeah, it's like $25 if you go to like a restaurant and try to get ramen. It's like $25. It's crazy with tax and tip, of course. Tee-hee. If you invest like $15 in spices, homemade curry isn't hard. Yeah, it's not. It's not at all hard. It just I have to make it at all. That's kind of the problem. I want yummy snacks delivered to me. I don't want to have to work for them. I work enough. I mean, I don't, but I work enough. You made it through stream. What's up, Dio? What's going on? Welcome. We're just washing stuff today. Doing some power washing. Some dulcet tones. I should have put some music on for this, honestly. I wonder if there's... Is there, like, in-game BGM that we could get going on? It's kind of quiet, honest. Audio. Now, what do you think is good music? We can throw some music on. What do you think is good music for power washing? That's royalty-free. Like, what style of music? I'm sure we can find something. But what style of music should we look for, like, royalty-free power washing music? Any white girl music? That would be pretty good, yeah. Your voice is already double music? Oh, thank you. Well, we could have both. How much power washing do you think it would take to clean SVA? We could never clean SVA. SVA is too dirty. We could never be cleaned. We could never be cleaned. VC is forever tainted. We talked about Love in Deep Space again yesterday. VC is forever tainted. We can never clean it. Put on some of that T-Swift, chill with something, or good rhythm, yeah. I usually go for acid jazz when I'm like doing something chill, but I used that last week, so maybe something else. Girl Grime's unwashable, so true. That is the one undefeatable thing. Anything would be nice. Katamari OST? That's not bad. You know what? Let's just go get... I wonder if I could just look up lo-fi cleaning music. I'm going to give it a try. Hold on. Give me a sec here. Give me a sec. I'm going to look up lo-fi cleaning and see if that's even a thing. Because they make lo-fi, like, playlists for literally everything. So let's look up lo-fi cleaning playlist. Lo-fi cleaning music. Okay, hold on. This is in recommendations. Mix lo-fi, clean up your room. Is there royalty free? I don't want to get got here. I know it's only going to be VOD, but... royalty free. I think I have the tracks separated, so it should be fun. Let's see. Spring. That's for studying. Cleaning the house. Fall lo-fi 2023. Make your autumn day better. Why not? I like to make my autumn day better. Take a listen. Get that audio balance right. I know it's just going to be like a generic soundtrack anyway, but the older you go, the more likely they're not made by AI. So, you know, 2023 is like a maybe. Yeah. Let me put it up a little bit. Take a look there. You can hear that, right? Kind of calming. Not going to overpower the voice or anything like that. Let's skip a little, see where it's at. Fun. Okay, yeah, that works. We can vibe with that. Let's rock. That'll do. That'll do. Thanks for the hydrate. Did that. Can I say the C word? Yo, what's the C word? What's the C word? I don't know many C words. I know one C word, that's it. And like, yeah, you can say it, but like, do you want to? Do you need to? Planker. Oh, yeah, well, you know, that's different. That's different. I am pro clone trooper, so. Carrot, power wash this, pants grab. Okay, I would. I'll power wash anything, man. Don't tempt me. Oh, cabbage. Hey, Fluffy, what's up? The C word is cabbage, yeah. Are you thinking the Aussie one? No, see, I do agree with the clone troopers, right? The clone troopers are the right side of the war, of the galactic war, so. You know, we want to see the clones win the Clone Wars, is all I'm saying. That's for sure. Big Star Wars fan, actually. Cauliflower, power me wash. Power me wash. Washing me power. Ooh. Can you draw yourself on that wall? Actually, good idea. I didn't think about drawing stuff. Thank God the stormtroopers can't aim. Yeah. I love the clone troopers. I think the clones are the coolest thing ever, and I think the Clone Wars is like the coolest period in Star Wars of all time. And I'm actually never tired of it. Even though we have so much content of it already, I'm 100% never going to get tired of it. I'm just like, yep, no, I want more clones. More clones, please. Thank you. Uh-oh. What? Uh-oh. PP drawing. All right, hold on. Working on it. All right, let's draw me. I'm a really good drawer. Just you wait. Hey, you missed your spot. Hey, Fauna. We're going to draw me really quick. Let me draw a Sclimbo. I didn't even realize I could like theoretically draw with this, you know? Yeah, we're going to draw a little bit. Is this what I look like? I kind of look like that. And then I have like little feet. Self-portrait. A drawer. There's my little hand and my little thumbs up. That's me giving that is not a middle finger. That's a thumbs up. That's a thumbs up, I promise. You're a snowman? No. Okay, wait. I need to grind myself in the middle. Wow, I'm working. All right, come on. Give me some time. Although, unfortunately, I don't think I can make my eyes blue. So, give me a sec here, all right? I'm cooking. Yeah, there we go. Guarantee you some Asian guy has drawn fine art in this game. Well, not Asian necessarily, but yeah, people definitely have drawn fine art. It's like Splatoon, right? Where people are drawing crazy Splatoon art and stuff like that. Hey, Monty, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Doesn't have a belly. I'm working on it. Oh, I guess I probably should have left that, huh? I can't really... Oh, right. I can't actually draw. I can't re-grime it, so I've made a mistake. Leg day skipper physique. Yeah, that's all right. I can like... Look, it's Sclimbo. It's me. It's like a Kilroy was here. If we... All right. Snowmans are pretty cool. I haven't made a snowman in so long. It just felt like a lot of work for no payout, you know? Like, I'd much rather have snowball wars and stuff like that. Just a lot of work to make a snowman for no real payout besides having a snowman. It's like, I'm good. I'm good, I think. Those really sells it? You think so? Thanks for the stretch. Where's chat from, though? What do you mean, where's chat from? Thanks for the comfy power washing and chatting, Sclimbo. Got an appointment and then it's gym time after. Nice, Lucario. Have good time at your appointment and good time at the gym. Make sure you get your protein today. Got your brickin'? Snow fort. Yeah, snow forts. See, snow forts are effective though, because snow forts you actually have a use for, which is war, which is always a good use. So big fan of snow forts, but snowman, you can't really do much with it. I guess it's like cover, but it's not great cover. What an artist. Thanks, Minty. What's up? Everyone knows who Silhouette this is. It's Sclimbo. Yeah, it's so iconic. It's Sclimbo. I need like a Sclimbo signature that's like a really quick version of Sclimbo that kind of looks like me. But I am learning. If you look at the thumbnail actually for today's stream, you'll realize that I am learning that anything can very quickly become a Sclimbo if it is at all white. So we're gonna have some tech going forward. I'm realizing it's really easy for making thumbnails through edits and stuff like that. Snow's fascinating material in fortification context. Compacts under impacts, becoming a more effective barrier. Yeah, snow's cool. I've had so many snow wars and stuff when I was younger. Big snow forts with tunnel systems and stuff like that. Oh, yeah. I think we should have some whimsy. You know what? I think we deserve a snow day. I think that we should have snow days from work, just like we had snow days from school. And we should all go out and make snow forts and fight with snowball fights and stuff like that. I think it's only fair, right? Why do kids get to do it, but we don't? Should make a mod Sclimbo sometime. You're inspiring me because you want to be damn goofy. Hey, go for it. Goofiness is always good. Whimsy's great. That's a snow war crime? No! Oh, compacting ice. That's snow war crime. That's big snow war crime. You're Sclimbo, I'm Sclimbo, and even he's Sclimbo. Shipping companies get those? Wait, what do you mean? Oh, snow days? Yeah, I guess they do. But we should have like, you know, big snow days for everyone, where we all go out and we have to go have a snow war. It'd be like Pokemon Go, but with snow wars. I just think we need a little more like adult playgrounds. I want an adult playground. I have a lot of like bouncy energy in me, and I want to jump around and swing off stuff like an animal. And so I think it's unfair that only kids get to play on playgrounds. I want a big playground. I want a big playground where I can swing on stuff and jump around and do a bunch of cool tricks. Come on. We have ice days in Texas because no one has winter tires. Hey, you know what I just learned, everyone? I just learned I don't have to hold down the mouse key when I'm power washing. I learned that right now. I've been holding the mouse down this whole time. Oops. Tee-hee. Playground for adults sounds fun. Yeah, adult playground, I swear that... No, not like that. Not in the creepy, weird way. Well, it's not creepy or weird. That's actually a lot of people's bag. But well, you know what I mean, right? Get your mind out of the gutter. Like a fun playground for... Oh. Oh, that's for getting higher. Okay. Isn't that what climbing gyms are? Kind of. Kind of. I would say that trampoline parks that allow adults in are pretty close to that. But all the trampoline parks near me don't have a sub-service. So I can't like subscribe to them. I have to pay like a lot of money every time I go. But if I could like just have a trampoline park where I could go like 3 times a week and bounce around and do tricks and like obstacle courses and stuff, that would be so cool. I feel like I'd be like infinitely more fit if I could do that. Especially with like weird mobility stuff, you know? That's just the YMCA. They don't have jungle gyms at the Y. Come on. They don't, right? Go to Urban Air. Yeah, but they don't have subscription. All the places are just like, oh, you come once and it's $20. Listen, I don't got $60 a week to spend on going to a trampoline park. Gonna be real. Maybe I should make that a fun. Swings and slides? Yeah. Color rain and we don't have to go to daily commutes. Yep. You sleep on park benches for fun. That's pretty cool. I would do that. We need that thing that you spin, it goes around and around while you hold onto the bars. Oh, you mean the vomit machine? The vomit vortex? I don't think we need that, actually. I don't very much desire the vomit vortex. I think it's okay, actually, to not have that. That's fine. Put the trampoline fund on throne. Yeah. I used to actually have a mini trampoline in my room when I was younger, just so I could bounce up and down. I shouldn't have gotten rid of that. I should buy another one. I should just put a trampoline in the middle of my room so I could stim again. It was really fun though, because like it was on carpet and it was in between my bathroom and my my like bed, right? So I would leap off of it to go to the bathroom like whimsically every single time, right? Take just like one little bounce step off to go into the bathroom and out of the bathroom. It was so fun. I should do that again. It was whimsical. Rigby behavior. Yeah. True. Oh, the swirl slides are fun. Yeah. I mean, we still have water parks for slides, I guess. That's still fair. That's still fair game. So can't really complain. Go to water parks more frequently. Can't go during the winter though, unless it's a big indoor place. But doesn't MagFest have a water park? Am I crazy? I thought I remember that being real, but maybe that's one of the other cons. The vomit machine. That's it. I'm adopting it to my dictionary. Yep. No, that's what it is. I remember there was one that was just so aggressive that like everyone just kind of stayed away from it. It was like a perpetual motion machine. Like they discovered a break in physics, but specifically on that piece of equipment at the playground. Because it's like, oh no, you're just going forever once you get on it. Don't get on it. It's a bad time. Indoor pools are fire. Where? I think it's whatever. Yeah, Great Wolf Lodge. That sounds familiar. I've heard of that before. I was somewhere recently, and I was with a bunch of people, and a commercial for Great Wolf Lodge like came on, and we all started howling because they howl in the commercial, and so we were all like, oh, you know, we were just like doing it up, kind of like, you know, the vibe caught us. That was fun. Landing on that one slippery wet tile off the trampoline. Oh, like how I broke my arm when I was young. I was on a trampoline, and I was pretending the trampoline was slippery, and I broke my arm. Because I'm smart. I'm real smart. I'm real smart and stuff. I have a question. You're using a gaming laptop to stream? Sure am. How'd you guess? Haha. You can't tell, right? Right? Please. Please don't tell me you can tell. I could use wider novels, but they're not as like power efficient, right? Like they don't blast away the dirt entirely. That's what I want. I want destruction. General reminder that some people get paid to do this job. Exactly. I would do this. This seems like kind of fun, actually. Like, the thing is, this actually wouldn't even be that bad in summer, because even though it's hot, you're working with water. You could just, like, mist yourself, probably. As a man who's been there twice in Wisconsin, I can say it didn't disappoint. All right. Oh, you broke it by a trampoline, too? Don't those overheat? Nah, gaming laptops are peak. You should all have them, actually. They're the best thing ever, actually. Trust. You're doing a great job. Thanks. Oh, the inside's dirty, too, isn't it? Oh, bro. All right. Does power washing sim work well on a gaming laptop? I mean, everything works well on a gaming laptop if it's a good enough gaming laptop. I do think people have this misconception that gaming laptops are like really weak or something. Like this is not a slouch, you know? Like if they have the parts, they're good in general. Like there's a lot of gaming laptops that run everything at max settings that exists right now, no problem. So like, you know, you have to buy expensive ones for that, but like this is a 4060 gaming laptop, but it's, you know, the mobile version of the 4060 graphics card is about 5% weaker than the desktop version. It's not much. So like it's basically a 4060. Like it's chill. The only problem laptop is heat. Yeah, just don't put it on your lap. Just have a riser and just, you know, take it places. It's more for mobility. If it works on the Steam Deck, so it'll work on a gaming laptop. True, yeah. If you spend 10K on a gaming laptop, it will perform like a 10K gaming laptop. Yep, true. And I would argue that it also would perform like a 10K desktop. Hey, Punch, thanks for the follow. Because I would argue that 10K is so above the necessary amount of money to spend on a computer that you probably would get a similar performance out of a 10K gaming laptop that as a 10K computer. Because you would really just be capped by like technology at that point, not price. It'd be like, yeah, we just literally haven't made anything better yet. Like, to be fair, I don't think there is a 5090 laptop, but if there was, it would work that way. I think there's only a 5080 laptop. 460 gaming laptop? No, the RTX 4060. That's the graphics card in this gaming laptop. So that's about how good it is, quote unquote, if you were to compare it graphically to desktops. 10K desktop would probably be water cooled. Oh, it would be. Yep. But a 10K laptop also would probably be water cooled. Such things exist. As a yummy snack. I enjoy it. You do hit diminishing returns on computers. I think the sweet spot's about $1,500. I think about $1,500 sweet spot, and beyond that, it's kind of diminishing returns. Because then you run into a situation where, like, you can get a better computer, but, like, you won't need it for the next year, and by that next year, the thing that was that good is going to be that much cheaper. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you could buy a $3,000 desktop, but you're not going to be using the $3,000 worth of performance in most cases. And then by the time you'll need that level of performance, that equivalent computer will be $1,500. So it's kind of like, just buy for like the next few years. You don't really have to think beyond a few years, honestly. Because by that point, it's just like, you know, it's going to be cheaper anyway. So... a 10K gaming laptop would heat death the GPU the same. Yeah. No, I mean, like, there's a lot of weird, like, heat technologies come pretty far. My laptop doesn't get very loud or very hot playing most things. Everyone gangster until the heat sink starts radiation heat. Everyone's gangster until we hit 200 Celsius. Then we're talking. Then we're having fun. You know, you gotta warm it a little bit. You gotta melt the GPU a little bit to get a little extra performance out of it. I gotta keep remembering to do the C thing. It's way better, yeah. It does look better. I keep forgetting. My computer would be more expensive to make now as the RAM is now double the price. Oh, did RAM go up again? I wasn't aware of that. Did RAM just like jump to the moon again? I hate when that happens. Every once in a while it'll happen. If you don't mind me asking, what type of laptop do you have? Mine's an Omen. You struggle with it a lot. I have a ROG Zephyrus G14. It's actually a 14-inch gaming laptop. So not only is it okay, it's actually small too. But yeah, it's running a 4060 and a Ryzen 7 940HS, I think. 32 gigs RAM. I've had it for a couple of years now. But I got really lucky. I mean, I got it open box on sale for $850. I kind of stole it. It's kind of like theft at that point. Kind of for free. I fix computers for a living and gaming laptops become a brick in 2 to 3 years. Hey, you know, I've never had one become a brick in 2 to 3 years. Just saying. In fact, my last gaming laptop, I only recently got rid of, and it lasted, well, not my last one because I turned one in for an upgrade, but my previous one basically lasted 12 years. And it was still running. So no, it's what I said on Twitter. You just have to have good tech mana. It's very easy. You just have to love your technology and then it'll never break on you. It's that easy. Just be friendly to your laptop, give it kisses, and then it'll do well for you. It won't break. Everything will be fine. Trust. That is so lucky? No, it's just mana. You just have to have good mana. That's all. My laptop's freezing in some games. I'm so bummed. I think you gotta have good tech mana is all, you know? Don't open any sketchy websites. Tutorial on tech. Wait, am I not filled with enough love? You need more love for your laptop. Then it will love you back. Trust me. You've had chicken become a brick? That's a good thing. That's what we want to see. Can you share some of that tech mana, please? No, you have to cultivate it yourself. You have to cultivate it within you. You have to have love for technology in your heart. And then, only then, will your tech love you back and be nice to you. And also, don't install 10 million different things and don't run 10 million different programs and regularly clean your laptop and all that stuff too. But, you know, that's definitely less important. Definitely less important. Tech mana is like karma, yeah, kind of. Recite the canticles of machine spirit. Yep, that'll work. That'll work too. Give it a kiss every night and see if the laptop works this upcoming week and report back. True. Well, it is funny because I will hear a lot of people who will tell me their laptop's like, oh, my laptop's slow or my laptop's broken. And I'll look at it and be like, how did you do this? You know, like I'll take a look at it and they have like 3,000 programs running max all the time. Everything opens on start. You know, they're constantly redlining their RAM because they have 30 programs open. And I'm like, no wonder. I wonder why. You just gotta, you know, handle it. The cleaning's the important bit. Laptops have limited airflow. Anything that obstructs is bad. Yeah, just don't put it on the floor. Don't smoke near it. Don't let a bunch of fur get into the intake. You know, just general cleanliness. Every Razer software. Yeah, every single Razer software. Every suite at once. Multiple at once. We got Razer software suite. We got GeForce Experience going. We got, I don't know, some laptop keyboard light program running. It's running Skype. Like, all of that at once. To be fair, every program wants to launch on start these days. Yeah, you do have to clean them out. You have to keep on top of that. A little knowledge goes a long way, for sure. All right, let's clean this. Just like, how did this happen? Talking about cleanliness, look at this sink. What happened here? I think we have the creature from the Black Lagoon coming up to just slime all over the place. What are we doing? Had my current gaming laptop for 5 years. Had to change the battery twice in both the CPU and GPU fan. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I've never changed anything on any laptop, and they all work. I'm blessed by the tech gods, I guess. But hey, I'm gonna keep rolling with it because it works for me. I guess your mileage may vary, you know. How do you make them not launch on start? Minty, actually, if you just search like startup, like apps or something in Windows 11, you should find a list of them, and then you can disable what starts at launch and stuff. And even things that force start at launch, I usually just shut them down at launch, where I just go find them and kill them. Just send them into the oblivion, you know? Let that sink in. Oh, opinion on French people. They're French. Yep, those sure are people from France. That's my opinion. I don't know what you expect there, but they sure are people from France. Hey, what's up, Chaos? What's going on? Or Chaosu. Is that Chaos or Chaosu? Oh, it's Chaosu, but it's also Chaos. What's up? They sure are. Windows 11. Yeah, I don't really see the difference between 10 and 11. I just made 11 look like 10 and then put it out of my mind. But the laptop came with 11, so I was just like, whatever. I'm not very picky. I just like, I do my own install anyway and just kind of like debloat everything and then never touch it ever again. So it's like the OBS thing VTubers do where you know, you update VTuber once when you start VTubing and then never ever again. I've known great French people. None of them live in France. I'm sure great French people do live in France. I don't have hatred in my heart for anyone in particular. No. Like till the AI assistant starts messing with his VTubing stuff. Oh, that does suck. Having this as a yummy snack. Well, I enjoy it. I will say one thing that did really bother me is we were doing like a pretty common progression. So it'd be like, oh, the new Ryzen laptops, right? We have the Ryzen 7800, we have the 7600, we have the, you know, XXX, you know, so on and so forth. And then suddenly when I wasn't looking, it switched to Ryzen AI 7, Ryzen AI 3, and they're just like, yep, the most important thing about the CPU isn't gaming performance, it's that we have AI in it. And I'm like, all right, this sucks now. This is the worst thing ever. Get out of here. Because it's like they're not even meant for things that people do. They're just like optimized for bubble. Optimized for bubble that will pop. Once they figure out their glorified chatbots, haha. I really think that, though. I do really think that. I'm willing to be proven wrong, but I still have not been sold on the idea. Yeah, it's my fault, sorry. I do think it's a bubble. I really think AI is a bubble because I am not sold on this idea that they're suddenly going to somehow become sentient. Like, riddle me this. And I've asked this, like, if there are any AI experts in chat, I do know people who work with AI, and I've always asked them this question. How does it become sentient? What is the method? Like, I understand people are always saying, like, oh, it's just going to get better and better until it becomes sentient. Okay, but how? What's the mechanism for sentience? Because in my mind, all that's going to happen is it's going to become a really good chatbot. Right? It's going to know what we know, and that's it. And it's going to maybe, you know, at best, I think what it'll be able to do is it'll be able to put things together in ways that we haven't put them together yet. Because it can say, like, you know, we might have a biologist and an astrophysic and a chemist, and they're all in 3 separate fields, right? They don't really interact much. But an AI could theoretically know all 3 of those things and come up with a new solution for something because it has, you know, all of those experiences together. That it can do, but it's still the limit of our knowledge. I haven't really understood or been described a mechanism that would allow AI to learn something that we don't know. At the very most, it seems like it can learn things that we haven't figured out, but have the info to figure out, if you get what I mean, right? AI is a critical flaw. It cannot output anything outside of some permutation of its input. It will never come up with anything unique. That's kind of what I'm saying is, like, I know they're going for artificial general intelligence, but I don't think anyone's explained how yet. I think they just think if they keep feeding it training data, like, they're acting like they can just keep feeding it training data and it will suddenly become sentient, but I don't think that's how that works. So I'm a little skeptical of that. The only thing AI is good for is, yeah, parsing gigantic data sets. Exactly, right? And it's like, it's prone to delusions. It'll get things wrong all the time. Listen, all I'm saying is I've experimented with testing it out. Hey, it's Caro. Thanks for the follow. I've experimented with testing AI out before to see how good it is. And I remember it couldn't even make me a grocery list properly. And this was like 5 months ago. Like, we're talking about it becoming intelligent, and I'll ask it, like, okay, make me a grocery list from Walmart within these protein per day parameters within this budget. It can't do it. It just gives me wrong answers. And so I'm like, okay, we're not there yet. It's really not that scary. If you can't make my grocery list, bro, all right. AI ChatGPT is just glorified search engine. The real issue is no one understands sentience in general. Yeah, totally. And one suggests any complicated self-referencing system will become sentient. And that is possible. I just don't know. Like, I think one thing I run into a lot is I think a lot of the people in Silicon Valley who are working on all this stuff are kind of like in their own heads about it. Right? Like, I had it described once as like, the people whose job it is to look at data are worried about AI becoming better than humans because their job is to look at data. But I'm sure the farmer's not that worried about it. You know what I mean? Like, people who are doom posting about AI becoming better than us might just be because the only thing they do is what AI is good at. You know what I mean? But if they looked at like the outside world perspective, they'd realize like, oh, there's actually a lot that people do that isn't relevant there. Yeah. I'm gonna round up an AI chatbot so I can get it to make me a new recipe for brickin'. Yeah, go for it. See what happens. The only way for it to become sentient is to give it the power to do so. I just still don't understand how it would. Like, how would it start thinking on its own? Like, what is the mechanism? Because right now it is just input output. and stuff like that. But like, how does it begin thinking on its own, and how do we define that? Like, what is the mechanism? So I'm really not, until someone figures out how that could happen, like explains that process, I'm really not worried about it. And that could happen. Like, I definitely like see the potential for danger, but I'm not going to doom post about it, honestly. I think it's a tool in the toolbox. I have a question. You have 2K followers, but like 100 average viewers. A lot of others have 4K followers and like 30. Do you know any tips or something that would help that for people? Yeah, so Threat, one difference is I am in a VTuber agency. That is a big difference. But follower numbers, honestly, don't often correlate to like CCV too often in many cases, because some people have just been around for a long time. So there's a lot of people who have like a lot of followers, but a lot of them are from years ago, and they just, you know, they're not around anymore because they moved on, stuff like that. So followers is kind of a hard metric to use, but yeah, no, a big part of it is I am part of a VTubing agency, so things are a little different. Also, I started last week. that is another factor there for sure. Give it time. But I also started last week. So yeah, that's why stats may look a little wonky. Damn, yep. I'm part of Sock's agency, so that would explain some things. Well, I'm glad to hear you guys are enjoying things. Also the creator of the Brickin', of course, you can't leave that out. Imagine making the Brickin'. Listen, I'm just a rediscoverer of the Brickin'. I'm sure Brickin' is somewhere deep in the human seed of consciousness, right? It's natural. But I'm just the rediscoverer. I won't take full credit for the Brickin', you know? It's like when you uncover the pyramids, you're not the ones who built them, you know? Got it. Agency aside, you spit some bars. It makes a lot of sense. Thank you for quenching my curiosity. Yeah, no problem. No problem. All right, get this light out of here. I'm gonna take a little drink here, though. My throat's getting a little dry. Ooh, nice. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, almost out of water. How's the music going? Is it getting overpowered by the water blaster here? Kind of feels like it might, but I'm having a good time. But I did make the pyramids. Digby, you did? You made the pyramids? Whoa. That's crazy. That's so cool. Ancient Egypt's so cool. History's cool. I want to know stuff. I want to know what happened. I want to know what happened for real, for real. Let's get that. I don't think this is a bold take. Honestly. I don't think we have the answer yet. I don't think we really understand the full picture of history. And I think it might be bold to assume that we do. Gonna be honest. I'm just saying, I think in the last, like, I don't know, years I've been alive, we've had significant changes in what we thought was real and what we thought isn't real. So I think it's bold to assume that we know everything right now. I just think that's a logical conclusion, right? Where it's like, I think, like, when, you know, when I was younger, it was something like, oh yeah, humanity started at this point in time. But now it's like even 1,000 years back from that. So it's like, I think it's a little bold to assume we know everything. Some in history books? Yeah, I was in there. I was digging. Let me get this. Hey, Sclimbo, I was wondering if you have any tips on dealing with brain fog. Just noticed that you're so chatty and sharp, just seem to be kind of wired differently. Honestly, I don't know. I've kind of always been like that. But I do think that nature plays an important part. I think nature is very important in getting out and, you know, getting outside, getting your rest. A lot of it's healthy eating, though, and like healthy eating, healthy sleeping, all that sort of stuff. But I am a little yap-coded in general. But I would say in general, yeah, like you will feel infinitely better. It's not a joke. You will feel infinitely better if you get outside a lot, eat well, sleep well, and especially try not to have a really stressful life, I think is important. And it's hard to do with how things are now and jobs and stuff like that. But what I always tell people is, you know, stress is fitness too. Because stress directly correlates to like high cortisol levels, which will affect gains. So actively by being stressed out, you're also impacting your gains. And you'll notice that a lot of the strongest people in the world are actually pretty chill dudes because they almost have to be. It's part of their job. And so I try and take a note out of that book and remember that like my best healthy self is actually a low stress self. So it's important to take time to rest and relax and chill and stuff like that, you know? I wonder what the green is on the wall. Oh, slime. Just some slime. I take walks during the week to de-stress before dealing with a difficult boss. Oh, yeah, that'd be tough. That is one thing. One thing that definitely helps me is I haven't really ever had difficult bosses because I mostly work for myself. And Flork's great. That's the other part. The SBA staff and bosses and stuff are really great, so I don't really have any stress there either. Yeah, you have to set aside time to cope and de-stress big time. Absolutely. What's your favorite way to de-stress? Woods. Going in the woods. I try to do that like every morning. Basically, my morning routine when I'm not super busy, it's been a little different these past couple weeks because I just debuted, so things are really hectic. But I am getting back into my habits. Usually what I'll do is like the second I wake up, I won't ever look at my phone. And I would recommend that. Like, don't look at your screen the second you wake up. You'll end up bed rotting. It's really important for good sleep too to get out of bed as fast as possible because you don't want to be kind of like languishing in your bed because you want to associate your bed with sleep. So the longer you spend in your bed not sleeping, your mind will kind of trick yourself into being like, this is a place where we hang out, not a place where we sleep. So it'll be harder to get to sleep and stay asleep. And that's been studied. So usually what I'll do is I'll wake up and I won't check my phone yet. I'll, get up pretty much right away and just get out of bed. And then usually the first thing I do is drink a ton of water because hydration's super, super important. We're dehydrated overnight. So wake up, drink a ton of water, like a quart of water or something like that. And then I'll pretty much immediately just like get on my bike and ride, like probably go about like 7 miles usually to the woods nearby. And I'll usually grab a snack on the way back. So I'll go walk in the woods for a little bit, just listen to the birds, listen to some music, stuff like that, bike back, get a snack at a grocery store on the way back, maybe pick up some house supplies and stuff. And then my day kind of starts for real, where I'll like work out, cook some food, shower, stuff like that. But that's like my pre-day. So I get it. Every morning there's just this thing where I'm like looking forward to relaxing a bit and calm intro to the day. Because even though like the bike cardio, it's not like the craziest bike cardio, I'm not going full tilt. I'm kind of just like, reasonable bike pace, not going crazy, and ease into it. I do shower and brush my teeth. Yes, I do. I shower twice a day and brush my teeth twice a day. University's been killing me. Crazy tough classes. Yeah, there are some times in life where there's nothing you can do and you just kind of do have to lock in, but you do have to try and find time to kind of chill other than that, Something I try to do is I put my phone over on a dresser. Yeah, keep your phone away from you when you sleep. That's actually a really good one. Like if you use an alarm, I don't really use an alarm, but if you do, don't put it near you. Don't put it near you at all. Keep it far away from you so you have to get up to go turn it off. So that you actually have to like get up out of bed and walk across the room. That's actually a super good one, for sure. Wait, mysterious creature walking in the woods. You Bigfoot? Yeah, kind of. A little bit. There are cryptid encounters. I think people have had a few encounters with me where they get a little like, it's been like a cryptid encounter because they'll come like sprinting around the corner or something and don't know someone's there. And they're like, oh, geez, what are you doing here? It's 5 a.m. Almost 3 a.m. where I am. So I'm going to dip. See ya, DB. Thanks for coming by. Sclimfoot. Yeah. The notorious Sclimfoot. Catch me in the woods. But yeah, I just like being out doing stuff, getting breaths of fresh air. And, it's a two-edged sword because in the winter, it's really nice because there's no one else outside. So you kind of have it to yourself. But the flip side of that is that it also gets really, really cold. So there are times where I definitely do not want to get up and go into the woods. We're talking January. It's -10 out. And I have to put on like 30 layers of clothes and I just go outside and freeze to death. Like, that's not that fun. But I still try to do it. Do my best. Bro's always peeking out of the corners. I am. Do you do any meditating? Not really actively. I kind of just like the woods count, I would say. Like it's meditative in the woods because I don't listen. I'll either like not listen to music for a while or I'll listen to like new agey meditative type music while walking in the woods. Also, I don't like this song pretty much. It's kind of shrill. Hold on, let me cut a little deeper into something. There we go. That's more like it. Song was feeling a little shrill. Is there bears in the woods? Not where I'm at. No. Not where I'm at right now. I know I travel across the world, as you see at the beginning of every stream, but I tend to travel back to home every day, to somewhere else. So no, I'm very fortunate that like where I am doesn't have a lot of critters. There's kind of nothing poisonous in the woods. There's nothing really dangerous. It's just me, birds, squirrels, gardener snakes, some deer, a coyote or two. Nothing fancy, Nothing fancy. Bunnies, a lot of bunnies. Nothing fancy. Safe, very safe for walkies without paying attention. Yeah, very safe for walkies without paying attention. So it is hard in some areas to get in the woods all the time, I will say, because it's like, watch out for the death bears or the pumas. Like, that's not great. I don't want to have to worry about cougars every time I go outside. Just putting my life on the line. That's not fun. Oh, bunnies? Yeah, coyotes. Yeah, a lot of coyotes, bunnies, stuff like that. I run into coyotes. I would say like coyotes and foxes are the most like rare encounter. Like if my life was a Pokemon encounter table on a route, I would say those are like the 1 to 2% encounter chance. Deer, if you know where to look, you can see deer every single day. I tend to run into deer most days in the morning because they're just kind of hanging out in the woods where I walk. I'm kind of like a Disney princess in that way, you know? But fox are super rare. Fox are like the 1% encounter chances, but you can run into them rarely. Maybe like only a few times a year. Hawks are pretty cool as well. They're around a little more often. And then coyotes are like, yeah, not all the time. And not even that often, but maybe like once or twice a month, run into some coyotes. I'm glad early Britons killed off the dangerous wildlife. Yeah. Coyotes and foxes know not to mess with the Sclimbo. Actually, there was a time where I got a little worried, where I think actually the coyotes were like trying to do something a little sketchy on me. And actually somebody pointed out that this actually might have been coyote like behavior, because when this happened, I was limping. So somebody pointed out to me only recently when I told the story, they were like, wait a sec, you said you were injured, right? They might have been like stalking you because you were limping. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. Because what happened was I had like a foot injury basically. And this was around a Christmas time a few years ago. And I had just been getting better off my foot injury. So I was able to walk again, but I still had a little bit of a limp. And so I decided, like, it was Christmas Eve. I wanted to go walk in like a field nearby after stopping by a Christmas Eve party. Just, you know, before the actual Christmas night. And so I'm walking around and I'm walking on the trail and I see a coyote come out in front of me, probably about like 20, 30 feet, like not very far at all. And then I see a second one off to my left. And then a third one circling around to my right. And then a fourth one behind me. And then a fifth one kind of in front and to the side. And I'm like, oh, I'm surrounded by coyotes. There's a pack of coyotes surrounding me. And I'm limping right now. Okay, that's a problem. But like the thing about them is like they're cowards. They're cowards. So like, you know, they were just kind of probably scoping me out to see what's up, right? So I just kind of like walked aggressively at the one in front of me and they all ran away. Because it's like, you know, I was like, all right, bet. Then I'm just coming for you. And they all ran away. They're cowards. They're really not that threatening. They're kind of just like, honestly, I feel like dogs are more threatening than coyotes sometimes. There's like way more aggro dogs than there are coyotes, in my opinion. They couldn't handle the power. Yeah, they're you know, they don't want to risk. They're not looking to risk fights. The thing is, like, a lot of animals, like, especially coyotes, they're not looking for risk. Like, they want to eat something safe. They maybe were scoping out if I was injured or not. Like, that might have actually been happening. But, like, they're not going to risk it. Like, if I'm bold enough to walk at them, they're like, all right, no, that is not a meal that feels like a good idea, you know? And realistically, they might have just been looking, seeing what's up. But, hey, what's up, Skull? What's going on? Yeah, just boss up on them a little bit. You have to remember, I think it's really important for humans, and this is a PSA, a Sclimbo PSA from nature. I think it's important for humans to remember that they're animals as well, and we're predators as well, right? So it's important when you're in nature to remember that, like, we are monsters as well. And just channel that a little bit when you're in nature, right? Remember what you are. Remember that you are a monkey, and you have the monkey powers. Like, I think about that a lot when you see, like, people getting attacked by geese and stuff. It's like, no. Like, that is a weaker animal than you. Like, geese are scary, don't get me wrong. I don't fault anyone for running from a geese because nobody wants to get pecked. But realistically, you can grab that thing by its neck and swing it around like a rope. Like, that is not a threat to you. Remember that you are a monkey and channel that at all times. Coyotes are way smaller than most people think. Yeah, they're like smaller than dogs. Very often. Are you saying we're Saiyans? You know. Hey, Poem on the YouTube side. Let's be a band of coyotes, yeah. But just don't forget that you're a creature too, and you also have creature instincts, and to trust them, you know? Be a creature. Be a creature. Oh! No problem. Return to monkey. Oh, you know what that has me thinking about, though? That has me thinking about the orangutan video again. You know the video of the orangutan where he's driving the golf cart, listening to Fleetwood Mac? That's like one of the best videos of all time. I think that's like, that is vibes. That is what it's all about. At the end, that's what it's all about. What you're saying is if we see a big creature, we should just do this? Yeah, just at it, you know? No, there are rules to creatures. There is like you need to be aware of the creature rules, right? Where it's like, you know, if it's a grizzly bear, you have to fight back because that thing's going to, no, wait. Let me remember this. It's black bear, fight back, but scare it. You have to scare the black bear. No, oh god, I forgot. I only ever encounter black bears, but I think it's you have to scare the black bear and look big and be loud because it's more afraid of you and generally won't attack you. Brown bears are... Wait, if it's brown, lay down. If it's brown, lay down. If it's black, fight back, I think is the term, right? Where it's black bears, you want to fight back because they're just gonna eat you alive, but brown bears might think you're dead if you play dead. But you can never outrun it either way. So yeah, and polar bears are just, you're done. Like if you see a polar bear, like, sorry, there's nothing you're gonna do about that. You don't have a gun big enough, probably. That's unfortunate. Like if you happen to be in an area ever where you're gonna run into a polar bear, that's like, sorry man, that's GG. Like you got a really bad roll there. There's nothing you can really do about that. It's just gonna eat you. What about koalas? I don't think they're that dangerous. Pandas are probably pretty strong. If it's black, fight back. If it's brown, get down. If it's white, good night. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Give it the Coca-Cola. I mean, I do think you should fight back in any case, but like you can scare off black bears. I've encountered them pretty close a couple times before. You can definitely scare them off. They're kind of wimpy. But it depends country to country, right? Like I know that in Japan, the black bears are a little more aggressive than black bears in other countries. Not like all other countries, but in like North America, for example. The Japanese black bears are a little more aggressive than our black bears. The Japanese brown bears are way worse than grizzly bears. They're like Kodiak bears. They're scary. They're called Usuri brown bears, and they're like just hell monsters. They're like 10 foot tall and eat like 8 people at once. They're evil monsters. Yeah, who's the smart one here? If you can make one new bear color, what would it be? I want a green bear. I want like a woodland moss bear. That'd be pretty cool, don't you think? Here we are making up taxes. There's bears in Japan? Oh yeah, there's bears in Japan. Oh yeah, there's bears in Japan. Remember, Japan is a mostly mountainous country, right? Like everyone lives in the cities. Outside the cities, you're getting into Wild West there. Nobody lives outside the cities of Japan. I think the stats like 90% of people in Japan live in big cities. And like only 10% live in rural areas. It is like once you get outside, you just don't even see houses. It's just like train tracks and mountains. So you better believe there's bears. And it's getting worse because a lot of people are leaving the rural areas. So the bears are encroaching now because they're getting bolder. Big problem. Japanese woods are dangerous. Yeah, there's vipers there too. There's like poisonous vipers, especially in Okinawa and stuff. Want to see like a neon color bear? Like I'm talking poison dart frog. That would be bad. Wild East, true. By our perspective. I once got chased by a badger at like 4 a.m. while I was walking to work. The thing was as wide as a fridge. Yeah, there's some surprisingly tanky animals around. At the very least, you can have peace of mind that they might hurt you, but they're not going to kill you unless they're like rabid or something. But like, you know, even if they're tanky, it's like, okay, this thing's not going to be able to kill me. It's just going to annoy me and be scary and hurt a little bit. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world, you know? Get a different nozzle. I think it's spray time. Vipers too, yeah. There's like pit vipers. Kind of sucks. Do not feed the monkeys. Oh yeah, no, there's monkeys too. I ran into a few monkeys in Japan. Mountain monkeys. There was a couple outside my door. I stayed at this like really cool rundown hotel this one time. This is actually really like, I love this story just because I think it's so aesthetic. But one time when I was like backpacking in Japan, I was staying in, I think it was still technically Kanagawa. And it was a small seaside town up against the mountains, basically. And the Airbnb I booked was like $17, right? Like one of the cheapest things you could get. And it was like up against, it was like an old hotel converted into like an Airbnb, basically. But it was run down. It was half kind of like taken over by nature. So there was like, you know, there was no one there. I was the only one staying there at the time, except I think like one other person was there, but I never ran into them. And it was like up against a mountain, and it was like on the coast too, and it was all dilapidated and stuff, and it was all tatami, and the floor was caving in some places. Like, it was really cool looking aesthetically. It was dangerous, but cool looking. And there was monkeys on an abandoned house that would like kind of come down in the morning onto this abandoned house next door. And so I had sliding doors outside, so the monkeys absolutely could just come in if they felt like it. It was something. It was an experience. But like, I woke up and there was just actually a family of like monkeys and baboons and stuff just staring at me, just being like, "Hey dude, what's up?" And I'm like, "Oh hey, you could come in if you want. Like, that's not something I can really stop you from doing." But they didn't come in. They were just looking at me, hanging out and stuff like that. I don't want to go anywhere with monkeys. I'm like okay with monkeys. I know they're super dangerous, honestly, but I don't know. Maybe I feel a kinship with them or something. But I don't know. Maybe I'm like poisoned by seeing too many funny monkey videos, but I'm never really too worried about monkeys. I should be. almost objectively, but I'm like, nah, they're kind of funny. They're funny monkeys. Funny monkey. I don't know what it is. I feel it's almost like because monkeys are so close to us, I feel like I could reason with them and that they're logical. That sounds insane, I know, but like when I run into monkeys, I just kind of, I have this vibe. I'm like, you know, I bet like I could reason with them. Like as long as I don't do anything weird, they're not going to randomly attack me. Like we're reasonable creatures, right? You have function, you have reason. That's at least how I feel. I'm probably wrong though. My mom used to keep chickens, and those little raptors can be terrifying. Raptors? What do you mean? The male urge to fight a monkey? Don't fight a monkey. Don't do that. That's a very bad idea. It's gonna rip your ears off. You ever see the video of the linguist interacting with monkeys? Yeah. No, monkeys are cool. Monkeys are so cool. It's really hard to get in these crevices. How am I? Oh, right. Reading would be helpful here. Reading would be helpful. It's definitely possible, but complicated. Yeah, they can like learn sign language and a few other things. So monkeys are really cool. Gorillas are just really funny. I wish gorillas were smart, like the smartest monkeys. I don't think they're not, are they? Isn't it like orangutans are technically the smartest or something like that? Because gorillas are cool. Gorillas are so cool. It's like one of the coolest animals ever. They're just big dudes, and they do funny stuff, and they can like get embarrassed and stuff. It's so funny. Oh my god, I love gorillas. Big gorillas. Don't get too close to the monkeys. The steal from Taurus. Yeah. Hey, Grumpy. Or is that Grumple? Grumple, thanks for the follow. Good name. Gorillas are apes, not monkeys. Yeah, it's whatever. Whatever. It's all the same. It's all the same. Whatever. I'm sure you're right. I don't really know the difference. But it's fine. It's close enough. Not the Gen 5 ones. Yeah, I don't like those. I don't like the Gen 5 ones. Those are just bad designs, all right? How are we doing over here? The list says orangutans are the smallest primates after humans. Orangutans are funny too because they look so dumb. I love them. They're great. My favorite type of monkey though is I forget what it's called. It's not the howler monkey, but it looks like the howler monkey. But it's the ones who have the big neck sack and their neck inflates. They go like ooh, and their neck inflates really big, and then they raise their arms and they run around screaming. Those are my absolute favorite. Hey, Pie from Hell, thank you for the sub. How you doing? Thank you. Those are my absolute favorite monkeys because they're just so silly. They're like, I wish I had a toggle for it, but they're just like hanging out, and then they go like, ooh, and their neck sack gets really big, and then they raise their arms, run around, and go, ooh, and I'm like, yeah, that's silly. Just anything that raises its hands and runs like actively towards things is like, oh, look at you, little silly monkey. All right, I think it's the grime is underneath. Oh no, howler monkey. It looks like a howler, but it's called something else specifically. Yeah, Simang Gibbons. Yeah, Simangs. That's what it is. Those silly little guys. Oh, they're so funny. Chat, can we turn him into a monkey? I mean, no. I mean, yes, maybe. I guess that could be a Sclimbo. There are monkey. I don't know if monkey's on the evolution tree. I'm not sure. Spider monkeys look weird. Yeah, there's a lot of creatures out there. The creature feature. Sclimbo devolution into a Gibbon VTuber. Yeah, imagine you just turn me into a Gibbon VTuber and I just scream all stream. I'm just like yelling like all stream. That's the stream. Yay. Thoughts on eating silverback gorilla feed for optimal macros? They're actually not optimal macros for humans, because the thing you have to remember is gorillas just kind of gain muscle no matter what. It's not fair. It's not fair that they can gain muscle like that, but they do. So like their diet is not optimal for us. As much as the joke is around about the gorilla feed, it's actually not that optimal. Promise. Sklimkey stream. Yeah, monkey stream. Go back. I want to be a monkey. It's like those posts about the people like kicking the first creature that gets out of the water onto land and like putting it back. Like, no, go back. You don't get to come out. Not yet. It's grass leaves, yeah, but also like the gorilla biscuits aren't even like, the macros aren't even that good, honestly. They're kind of like annoying. And there's no way they are all palatable. Like I think some people had them with milk, but it's like whatever. I want to view whether people aren't. Yeah, don't let that creature come out of the lagoon. All right, what's next? Great River Campground, Power Falls. What's going on at Power Falls? Ooh, a lot of stinky stuff there. We got one grubby hubby. Wait, what? Camping is definitely not for us, and a pair of boggy sprogs and one grubby hubby were in no mood to hang about. Know what I mean? No. No, I don't. What does that mean? What are those words, bro? Well, let's take a look. We're at the site. They've somehow managed to get dirt on everything. A little poopy campsite here. Stinky campsite. Let's blast it up. Do I have a better nozzle? I want to like actually test what I have here. So what does this do? We should probably do some testing here. So if I sud it up, what are we actually working with here? Does that just clean it automatically? There's no way, right? Oh, does that show where the dirt is? Aiden, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. That must show where the dirt is then. I see the process. Wow, you mean this game's more than just like turning your head off and pressing the button? Damn, look at that. That's pretty efficient. RG Noir, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Okay, new efficiency unlocked maybe? We subbed it up? Even better, train a gorilla to work out and give it food for working out so it associates working out with food. You want to hear a scary fact? We don't actually know how strong gorillas are. There's no theoretical, we don't have a theoretical upper limit to how strong gorillas are because you can't get a gorilla. Like you can't be like, okay, gorilla, deadlift this car and then he'll do it, right? So we don't actually know how strong gorillas are. Maybe they can lift up the earth. We don't know that. So there's just something to consider. Something to consider. That gorillas might be way stronger. It's the gorilla problem. They might be way stronger than we think just because we are unable to measure how strong they actually are at max force. We don't know. Scary thought. Consider a chimpanzee though. Way more brain power and a yeah, weird tutorial rage. My money's on the chimp. Yeah. Yeah, what we've been talking about, Sclimbo, training gorillas to be the ultimate muscle machine. I just wish I could grow muscle like gorillas grew muscle. You know? They're at least one Sclimbo strong. Maybe more. Very possibly and likely more, you know? More than one Sclimb. What do we got? Prime Vista 1500. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, okay. So I also have a hot bar. Good to know. You send a gorilla to the gym, you just get King Kong. Yeah. It's like the experiment of like the gorilla with the like the plate armor and steroids. Or like gorilla with plate armor and meth being the strongest creature on earth for like 30 minutes before they die. That's really scary, but it's a good thought experiment. I think we should be thinking about things like that. That's the type of thing we should be spending time on. Real problems, you know, real problems and real solutions. Oh, this is kind of comfy. Damn. Hey, they did a good job on this game. That's all I'm saying. Real nice. Real nice. Get someone in a gorilla suit to work out with perfect form. I've been trying to get Fork to buy me a gorilla suit. I've asked a few times. I've been like, hey boss, can I have a gorilla outfit? Just like an entire gorilla suit. Like in SpongeBob, like that one episode. I just think it'd be funny. I don't actually have like any bit or anything. I just want a gorilla suit. I just really want a gorilla suit. Imagine if I went in the woods with a gorilla suit. That'd be so funny. Imagine encountering me in the woods and I'm just in a gorilla suit. I think it's a good idea. I don't think it could possibly go wrong. All right, mantling. Here we go. That's the episode I always think of. Yeah. Who's in the gorilla suit? Get a Saiyan costume. That would be cool. You need like crazy hair though. I wish I was a Saiyan. I want to be able to get stronger every time I like die almost, you know, get that battle boost. That's pretty cool. Denkai boost. A gorilla is an animal, right? You want an animal suit? Yeah, I do. Oh, okay, Udamika. Not like that, though. Oh, hold on now. Whoa. Oh, let's back up. Hey, whoa. I'm late, but I made it. Hey, Cosmo. What's up, man? It was Sclimbo in the gorilla suit all along. It was Sclimbo in the gorilla suit with the hammer in the library. Did I get this? I want to make sure I got this whole thing. 4K? No, not true. Not true. Incorrect. Fake. Fake. Lies. I just want a gorilla suit because it's funny. Pursuit for Sclimbo 25. 2K25. No. No. Don't do it like that. Be hard to get the boost without senzu beans. Yeah. I have a headcanon. This is like a quick DBZ tangent, but I've always thought about this and I've never gotten to say it. I have a headcanon. You know how like in Future Trunks' timeline, how Gohan fights for like a million years and doesn't beat the androids and then he dies? And everyone's like, why didn't he get stronger? Like, why didn't he go Super Saiyan 2? He literally was getting Zenkai boost constantly. My headcanon is that because they ran out of senzu beans, Gohan was always never recovered fully. He was like always on like just recovered enough to fight again, but he wasn't able. It's like rest, right? Like he didn't get a good rest and a really good amount of recovery to be able to even get that full boost. That's my headcanon. So the reason he didn't get stronger was because he literally just didn't have the rest and the resources to. That's what I like. That's my excuse for why Gohan didn't clap those androids like a year in after getting jacked after like 2 Zenkai boosts, you know? Pregnancy pillow for Sclimbo 2K25. Yeah, they get stronger after every defeat, but if they... That's like assuming they recover, right? But if Gohan never recovered, if he was always like, man, my joints are hurting a little bit, right? Like he's going into the lifting session, but he's not fully ready. Maybe he just never could. Maybe he never had that time, you know? Best model I ever laid eyes on. Thanks, Cam. He only kept taking short rests in D&D and couldn't take a long rest. Exactly. That's how I think about it, Karthus. That's exactly how I think about it. It's like he never got the chance. He would have clapped if he did. He was also more focused on saving people. Yeah. Yeah, true. Like, he definitely came really far, but it's the excuse for, like, why didn't he just become a god after losing for, like, 10 years in a row? Right? Because if that happened, if we just assume how Zenkai Boost works and take that to its logical conclusion, Gohan would have been unstoppable by that point. Because it's like, oh, you mean I lost for 10 years in a row? He would have lost, like, twice and then won. Never got the notification? Oh, that... Wait, really? Was something wrong with Discord? Hold on. I'm gonna check that real quick. Did Discord not pop today? Let me check that. Maybe Gohan did get stronger, but much of the power went away with his arm. Yeah, but pre-arm, he was still losing, you know? Pre-arm, he was losing. Did we get Discord tapped? You got the notif? Okay, you got the notif. Yeah, weird. I don't know why you didn't get tagged there. Keep an eye on it, I guess. At least it did originally, did earlier. All right. Good to know. Good to know. I think we have to go to ads again. I'm thinking it's ad time. All right, be right back. Got to go to ads again for 4 minutes. Let's take a little break. Everyone get a drink. Do some stretching. Maybe some squats or something like that. And I will be right back. Kirby. Hey, Star Habit. What's up? I'm going to ads. I'll be right back. Enjoy the screen, everyone. When I press the right button. Hey, what's up? Back to the game, back to the cleaning, back to the grind. Almost clean. Hopefully ads weren't too bad. Welcome back. Let's rock. Wait, did I turn? Yeah, I turned audio on. I did it. Welcome back. How's everyone doing? Now everyone got up, right? You all got up? You all took a little break? You all took a little walk, right? You didn't just stay in your seat, right? You stretched, right? You did some squats? Yes? All right, good to hear it. Good to hear it. Hey, what's up, Maho? What's going on? Back to rock cleaning. Do you really think rocks need to be cleaned? Kind of just a train of thought here, you know, stream of consciousness, but like, are these rocks supposed to be decorative? Like, what are we doing here? You'd think, if anything, that would be the one thing to stay muddy, but we're gonna clean the ground next? Like, what are we doing? Yes, welcome back. Hey, Vera. How you doing, Vera? I stayed seated because I'm already at 18K steps. Well, then you have a good reason to stay seated, Frost. Damn. Get me some of that. I am absolutely not. You want to know how many steps I'm at today? I think like 400. I didn't move, bro. I haven't moved today. I got up because I was up so late. I got up and just had to start getting ready and doing stream work and work stuff, you know, SVA work stuff right away. So I have not moved yet. I need to move. Damn. Dude, 21K on a work day. That's awesome, actually, though. I wish my work allowed me to just have a natural 21K. Sclimbo, I had an idea. Xbox Game Pass has become unpopular. Why? Meaning there's space in the market for a new game subservice. Sclimbo Game Pass gives you access to a curated list of Sclimbo games for low sub fee of $500 a month. Hell yeah. I like the idea, Digby. I don't see why Games Pass would get more unpopular, though. Did they change something about it? Like, I know Microsoft is, people are making fun of them and clowning on them right now, but did Game Pass change at all? Wish I could walk more than 5K a day. Tried doing that for a while. Now I have plantar fasciitis on both my feet. Ooh. Yeah, walking's tough because, like, and this goes for any exercise or movement in general. It's really awkward because, like, if you are sedentary, you have to ease into it. Like, you can't just walk even right away a lot. You have to, like, really even ease into that. So it's really awkward because it's like, oh, man. Actually, I like what I'm doing here. We just, you know, have it like this, right? 30 a month for Ultimate. Oh, did they swap it to 30 a month? I'm going to be honest, though. It was already a really, really good deal. If you beat even one new game, and they had one new game, you know? Games Pass was an incredible deal back in the day. I mean, they used to put that shit on Pop-Tarts. Ooh, naughty word. I shouldn't say that. I don't want to say naughty words. But, yeah, they used to put that stuff on Pop-Tart boxes. It's like, it was free. It was basically free. You could get like a $1 a year or like $1 a month for like a year, no problem. So water walking helps. True, water walking does help. You do 100 kilometers a week, good. But like for a lot of people who are sedentary and just starting off with that, like you even have to ease into walking sometimes in many cases. So, you know, don't go crazy. Like, I remember when I first got to Japan for backpacking, I was regularly doing like 10K a day on top of lifting, but then I immediately jumped from 10K a day to like 25K a day, and my feet like were fine. Like, I never had to take a day off or anything. Oh, but they peeled like crazy. I had like mad blisters all over my feet. They didn't hurt or anything, but it was like, oh, okay. Was not ready for that, clearly. It was a new shoe, though. I had gotten a new shoe right before going, so didn't have time to break it in. Didn't get a choice. Took 6 months for my feet to stop hurting constantly. Yeah, it's whoo. But hey, know this: the nice thing about jobs like that is you are getting an added benefit. Like, you are naturally getting, if you're walking a lot for work, you're naturally getting an amount of exercise that lets you be very healthy. So there is a silver lining there. I tend to appreciate that. Like, if I were to look into a different career, I would probably try and look into something that does let me walk a lot, just so I wouldn't have to worry about it, you know? Just thoughts I've had. That's how private equity and blitz scaling works. They sell things to the loss till they get the market share. Yeah. The thing is, they were doing that for like a decade. They did that for like 10 years, and I reaped the rewards for 10 years. So I can't really complain, because I came out the winner on that one. Right, that's a nice thing. The nice thing about services and things like that is you can simply just stop using them when they're not worth it anymore, you know? And you had the good times, you took advantage of the good times, then you move on. Easy peasy. Unfortunate, but we had our fun. Now Valve's gonna butcher Xbox. It is funny. It's so funny that, like, you know, Xbox was like, okay, we're gonna do our own thing here, and then Valve came in like, nah, we're fighting still, we're beefing. It's gonna be fun. Listen, I wasn't excited about the games industry because I knew the console wars were kind of over and I thought they were really fun. But if we're gonna get a new console war and it's actually Valve coming in from the ropes to go against Microsoft, like, all right, I'm baited. I'm baited back in. I'm back in at that point. That's fun. That's exciting. A lot of things happen there. There's a lot of momentum there. It's Levy. Gabe Newell. Yeah, Gabe with the chair. Gabe from the top ropes. Love to see it. The GameCube's really cool. I still haven't looked up the specs. People have asked me about it and like my opinions on it, like 3 streams in a row. I still haven't looked up the specs. So I should do that. I'll write that down like it's like a job, a task. So don't forget. Bum, bum, bum. It's Gabe Newell with the steel chair. Yeah, literally. Everyone gets it. Coming from behind. He's entering the ring. Tag team match. Was there any confirmation? Is Sony tagging out? Have they talked about that at all? Like if they're making a another console or not? I kind of expected them to, but I expected to be an all digital one. Hold on. Another shrill song. Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't want any of that. Make Gabe immortal. Gabe is a treasure, honestly. We owe a lot to Gabe. Because at one point, it's like, you know, on one time, it's like the monopoly. It's like kings. No, that's a good way to put it. It's like a king, right? Where if you have a good king can be better than like the best democracy, but a bad king can be easily worse all the time, right? It's like that with Gabe. Like, it's like a monopoly is generally not a good thing, but if the monopoly's really good, it could be a good thing. So it is one of those situations with Gabe, I'd say. What are we washing? Hey, Kira, what's up? We're kind of washing everything. Washing the campsite right now. We had to clean some rocks earlier. How you doing today? We're just blasting. Talking about Gabe Cube. Find it funny that Gabe helped create Microsoft Windows. Now he's helping to kill it. I mean, you know, the thing that's interesting is Valve is going with like a Linux-based approach for all this. So I don't think they ever kill Windows, but like, you know, maybe Linux gets more popular. At the very least, like Linux compatibility for games has gone way up because of the work they've done with like Wine and compatibility layers. I think they worked with Wine. I don't really know, but using Linux right now, nice. I've experimented. I would never switch to it full time anytime soon, but I've experimented with it. If I wasn't a VTuber, I'd probably go Linux, I think. And I know that like you can VTube on Linux now. I'm just not willing to put in that work to get everything working. Like, oh my God, all the overlays and programs and like integrations and stuff like that. It would drive me crazy. I think it'd take a year. Even if I'm wrong, I don't even want to think about it. So, but you know what? I think like I can see myself becoming a Linux guy in the future. Very much so. What is with this playlist? Throwing on a lot of really shrill songs here. Yeah, this is what I want more of. Come on. The vibe we're looking for. Don't mess with me. There we go. You can stream on Linux. And there are Linux VTubers who VTube on Linux. Like, it's possible. I've had somebody talk to me about it too. I am just not interested. I got enough to deal. I'm already not good at technology. Like, I already don't have a lot of crazy like integrations and like toggles and stuff like that. Like, oh, that I am not adding a extra layer on top. Ready to be a Linux guy, but I'm building a NAS first so I can back up drives and reformat them. Nice. Yeah, I do like that stuff, but I could see a comfy future. Like if I wasn't, you know, VTubing, where I just do Linux. Where I just kind of use Linux day to day, because I don't really need the PC for much at that point. Just play some games. Be comfy. Be real comfy. Make my own thing. Ooh, hiccups. Yeah, it does depend on the distro. What do you use? Don't say Ubuntu? Guess what? Guess what? Hey, guess what, Polly? Guess what I'm gonna say? You wanna hazard a guess? I mean, technically it's not Ubuntu or Ubuntu. It's technically, you know, Zubuntu. After hearing about Windows 11 looking to shovel Copilot into File Explorer, what is it doing there? What are they going to do with File Explorer? What's the game plan? What are they thinking? Like, what's the game? Why do they want it there? What will it do? I'm sudsing it up. Frying. Yeah, no, I used a few because I was testing them on various things, but I used Zubuntu for a bit, which was like a lightweight Ubuntu. And then I did use like Colibri one time. And then there were a couple of gaming focused ones that I tested out. Nothing fancy though. I wasn't very fancy. I do like looking at all the people who make really cool stuff though. Okay, so if I put this here, okay, so it doesn't, oh wait, does it only highlight grime? Is that how this works? And if it's not grime, it like goes away? Oh, okay, so I think it keeps the grime. So we know there's grime. Where's the grime at? Sucks for Windows because I uninstalled Copilot when I built this VC. Yep, sucks for them. Dual boot Tiny 10 and Pop OS. Yeah, Pop. I did try Pop. Pop was one of those ones that I think was more gaming focused that I tried, if I remember right. Cute. I think it's cute. It's cool. I'm glad we do have an open source like thing, but I've never really had a problem with Windows personally. Like I've never felt like I was limited or anything like that, so I've never bothered for the most part. You like Arch-based systems? Good choice. Arch is cool. I've seen, what I really like looking at is like all the desktops that people will make. They like make like, oh, here's my super cool desktop. They do it like sports cars. Like I think it's called, I hope this doesn't have any bad connotations because I think this is the actual word for it. And I apologize if I'm wrong, but I think they call it like ricing cars, right? Yeah, and you can rice setups as well, where they're like super streamlined like desktops and stuff like that that look really, really cool. I think that's the correct term, so hopefully there's no bad connotations there. I demoed Pop this morning because you were curious, but you think you'll probably stick to Mint. Yeah, I'm aware of a lot of the distros. I've like heard about them at the very least. Been playing almost everything on the Steam Deck. Probably won't need Windows 10. Honestly, something to think about for the future that I might do. If we keep going down the line of like handheld laptops and stuff like that, like the little handhelds that are also desktops, I would make one my only PC. I'd be very tempted, especially like if I wasn't making content, I'd be very tempted to just have like a Steam Deck be my main PC and just be like, you know, use it in desktop mode, but then also be able to have it just as a handheld. I think that is my final form at like eventually, probably. Handheld laptops? Yeah, that doesn't sound right, huh? Stream idea. You can do it. Like you can stream off them. They're definitely good enough. I know their specs because you can stream off a lot of things people don't expect, but like, yeah, I could see myself doing that in the future. Just being like, you know what? I don't need anything fancy. Just go total minimalist with it. It's like, I don't need much. I just need to be able to play some old games I like and then have a little handheld thing. It could be cute. That could be really adorable. Okay, so I think this lets you like get the grime easier or something, I'm noticing. Because it's definitely coming off easier when we slop it up like that. It seems to like come off faster almost. That must be how that function works. I need to spray as aggressively. Tablet laptops exist. They have keyboards that clip on. That is cool. But I mean like more the Steam Deck, like, you know, ROG Ally type stuff. I would absolutely use one of those as my main computer if I wasn't like, it didn't need a lot, you know, for like content creation and such. Just, you know, put it in a monitor whenever you want to sit on a desk and use it, but otherwise just kind of have it handheld, play games, play a lot of Pokemon. Ooh, it'd be pretty comfy. Really easy to like pack, you know, when you're traveling too. But I mean, my laptop is already pretty good for that because like those are kind of thick and my laptop is really thin and only 14 inches. So it does easily fit in any camping bag or any travel bag for when I travel and backpack and stuff like that. So it's already kind of not a problem. You ever realize it's Power Wash 2? You thought it was DLC? Yeah, no, this is Power Wash 2. It came out late October, I believe. No, Steam Deck 2 for a while. Valve refuses to do it till they can get a 50% performance boost. That's fair. I'm actually like, that's kind of honest of them. That's pretty baller of them actually to be like, no, we're not going to make another until it's 50% better. That's pretty good. Keep some sort of like improvement. We're not making just a bunch of iterations, then we hate ourselves because we have to buy 30 of them. You know, I just need one more thing. Like, you know, try to avoid that. That's pretty cool. Respect. Valve is really nice. Valve is pretty cool. Valve is pretty cool. Always kind of like them. I think I've had Steam since like, well, since I was a very little Sclimbo. I've had Steam since like 2007, I think. So right around Orange Box. I know because I got Steam when I got Orange Box physical on PC. So somewhere right around there. I'm no Corpo stan, but Valve is aight. Yeah, Valve's aight. Their sales are good. They have that button. I think they still claim that they have that button that like, if it were to ever go down, they just give everyone their games. I think they have that button. I remember that being a topic a long time ago. The Valve button that gives you your games for free. if they ever were to die or something. Physical orange box, fellow decrepit one. Yeah, I guess at this point, huh? That's what people are calling us these days. 4th July 2008. I think actually, Digby, mine might have been the same month. I think I might also have been... Well, I know, I think I was 2007, but it's like... I think it was June or July 2007. I think I read that as 07. It could have been 08, though. It very well could have been 08. I'm pretty sure it's 07. Right around there, either way. Big badge action. It is fun, because every once in a while, you'll get someone who, like, DMs you on Steam, and they're like, hey, you have a really $1 million rare TF2 thing. Can you sell it to me? You'll get that every once in a while when you have, like, a really old account. It's like, you know, you've just been around for so long, you get cool stuff eventually. Tell you something else that's weird about camping. Out here, everything is legs, even the logs. What? What do you mean, Vicky? You saw a physical copy of TF2, almost died? Yeah, my Steam account's like 18 years old. Hey, Majora, thanks for the follow. Welcome. I realized I was on the wrong thing. I haven't been paying attention to my thing. There it is. There it is. All right, back to cleaning. Wow, time is really flying by. This is actually... I knew I was going to enjoy this game because I do like this sort of monotonous cleaning thing sort of action, just like in real life. But I didn't know it was going to feel this fast. Kind of cruising here. All right, now do I have to clean the axe? That looks like... Oh, yeah, we got to clean the wood log because that's important. Okay. You don't want a dirty log. All right, man. I mean, I guess it is called Everything Must Be Clean, right? That is the title. So, I guess that means everything. You hit 22 years? Damn, Owen, you're an OG. That's crazy. Killer model, my guy. Thank you so much. Welcome in, Majora. It ticks the tism. You know what's funny is I took a test, and I actually don't have the tism. Somehow. I took a test, and among my friend group, I had the least. And I was like way under. Like, I think the barrier was like 100 or something, or like 110 for likely. I was at like 30. I was way under. It's just a learned behavior because I grew up around a lot of people who had autism. So I joke, but legitimately it's like it's a learned behavior for me. It's not natural. Of course you want to clean, it's log. Yeah, it's log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's better than bad, it's good. Get on the roof. I framed through the Diet Coke and Tylenol in the womb. I did. I super I-framed through it. But then, unfortunately, my entire friend group was, so I also became, you know, it's nature and nurture, but in my case, it's all nurture. That's why I like Minecraft. Perfect parried, yeah, exactly. I'm just saying, you know, it could be the next step in human evolution, who knows? My Steam account's 15 years old, so if you're younger than, let's see, that, you don't even exist to me, utter baby. You were born in it, molded by it. I was. It was my environment. All right, get this all lathered up. I kind of like the latherer now. We're out here lathering. Woo! Molded in the Sclimbo. In the Sclimbo. Sclimbo is one of my cousins. All right, get that. Ooh, that's looking mighty clean. I want to go camping again now. The next phase of human evolution where they can't reproduce due to being too socially awkward. No, but just imagine. Okay, hear me out. I'm not joking about this. It's only... Okay, it's half a joke, right? But, like, hear me out. Hear me out on this. Insane take. But does some of the aspects of that not make it easier to interface with technology? Right? Like, if you imagine you just had the ability to have hyperfixation, but didn't lose social awareness... Would that not make you, like, a more efficient person in the modern world? It seems to me like there's something there. I got a point. In certain contexts, yeah. It definitely makes us, like, we would be better at interfacing with, like, tech and stuff like that, for sure. And hyperfixating on, like, coding problems and stuff. So, who knows? It's a superpower. Who knows? I have no right to say because I am not, but I am an ally. I am an ally. Hyperfixation often comes with neglecting other necessities, yeah. But if it's in, like, limited contexts, right? Like, because don't get me wrong, like, it's not good to not eat for, you know, 12 hours straight, but doing that once is not going to hurt you. So if it's like to solve problems and then the problem is solved, it might be like, that might actually be like an adaptive benefit. It's kind of crazy, but did we get this whole building? Looks like we might have. I'm odd DHD, so you have the worst of both worlds. Oh, I'm sorry. Rainbow. Do I have to clean the ladders? No. Oh, they gave me the ladders. I just mantled onto the roof of my own. Got it. All right, suds it up. Suds it up. Some people say psychopathy is an evolutionary superpower. They tend to be psychopaths. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing is like, I guess like evolutionary biology wise, I think like being a psychopath would probably be advantageous, right? Because you would outcompete everyone else. So like, it sucks, but maybe. Yeah. Uh-oh, big uh-oh on that. Big uh-oh on that. Hey, Pembro, thanks for the streak. Let's go here. Clean my little mushroom log. I gotta get a good log. I want a good log. Oh, this is definitely like an under the log action. Yeah, look at that. Dirty boy. Dirty boy. Being a psychopath would probably be advantageous, right? Yeah. Quote. Bad quotes. Evil quotes. I almost fell asleep past stream. Well, welcome. Hope you had a not so nappy almost nap. You know? Yeah, that works. What is this? Exostellaris. Spray time. This is what we call spraying and praying. I think we're getting there though. I think we're actually almost done with this this area. Unless there's something else big I missed. Oh, like that. That's all right. We'll clean that up real fast. I ain't worried. All right, what else? Looks like there's some on the chair underneath. And blast it. How under chair? Oh, we can. How does under a chair get that dirty? Come on now. Come on now. It's hard to get these. There we go. There we go. What campsite comes with a friggin' telescope? A cool one, I guess. I can see like a fancy Airbnb campsite that comes with a telescope, right? All right, yeah, we gotta just suds everywhere. Suds the world. No suds left behind. Pray and pray every Sclimbo in the morning. I got good aim. I don't want to hear it. Possible to be a psychopath without being an evil person, but I don't want to sound like a psychopath. Oh yeah, totally. I'm sure it is. Right? There's also like... I heard something recently about this actually, where it was like being a psychopath, like being completely evil wouldn't be advantageous because you would be evil in times where it would be advantageous to be good. So it'd actually be more advantageous to be evil when it's like evil when it's better and good when it's better. And that's why psychopaths would be like out competing, right? Because they would just like not, they wouldn't have a moral compass. Because if your moral compass was just pure evil, you'd be evil all the time, even in times where it wasn't optimal to be evil. Everyone else is like, what are you doing? Evil isn't optimal right now. Best to just be an opportunist. Well, I think it's best to be good, actually. I think it's best to have a high trust society and be good, actually, and not do bad things. That's my take. Most psychopaths actually figure that out because getting people on your side makes more logical sense. Oh, I'm out of spray. I'm out of goop. They got me all gooped out. No. Requires either an environment that forces you to be good for optimal outcomes or conscious and principled understanding of morality. Yeah. It does. It does. I like that. Big fan of that. Big fan of that. Speaking of a good balanced sense of morality. No, I'm kidding. All right, let's clean here. It's got a refractory period, I guess so. Oh, wait, does it recharge? No, it's just out. No more goop or out of goop. No more slime available. We're slimeless. No goo remaining. Being good when it's beneficial, sociopath MO. Yep. Hundo. Why not be good all the time? So that we all can trust. Why not? It will recharge, but it takes a long time. Okay, got it. Gotta go to the mail. I might be back before the end, but I don't know. Got it, Polly. Have a good one if I don't see you. And we will see y'all on Thursday if you gotta go, ideally. Got another fitness stream coming up on Thursday, of course. Gonna be doing just chatting, talking to everyone, and also doing fitness marshmallow checks, checking how everyone's doing with their lifts and stuff like that. Got a lot of marshmallow questions in this week already. And then we will also have a second Thursday stream, not on my channel though, Thursday night with Almontis about exercise and aging, how to handle those things, right? So it's going to be fun. And then on Friday, we are doing holiday food tier listing because I got a lot to say about that. See how optimal Brickin is there. You won't miss Thursday? Nice. Good to hear it, man. Have a good one. Kill all the guys who disagree. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Almontis mentioned. Yeah, collabing with Almontis on Thursday evening. Exercise and aging. Yeah, it's for the people getting old and how to keep exercising and safely and all that stuff. Spoiler alert, not that much is different until you get to super old ages, but we're going to cover all that. But spoiler alert, you don't need to like stop lifting when you're 30 or anything. No surprise there. Things that work for humans tend to work for humans, turns out. How long should you cook Brickin for? So the general idea is you want it 350 to 375 Fahrenheit in the oven or toaster oven for about 30 to 32 minutes. And that should be good. You just want internal temperature of like 165 or higher is what you're aiming for, basically. Somewhere around there. I didn't know you know him. I watch him. Yeah, no, I know Almontis. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we both kind of do educational stuff here and there. So we've crossed paths, you know? We've crossed paths. Him with professorship stuff, me with fitness, health stuff. There's some overlap. Okay, this is slightly recharged, but not that much. But we should be able to at least goop this up a little bit. Get the goopy grill. On. Oh, wow, it's lasting. Oh, wait, it like recharged. Weird. I thought it was at like out. Weird. It just suddenly came all back. Okay. Learning is cool. Learning is cool. Big fan of learning. If your Brickin comes in a sealed plastic bag, then you can sous vide it. I don't know if I want to sous vide it though, because then it gets no char. Sous videing, if anything, seems like the sad answer, because it's like perfectly cooked, right? But it's also like there's no like char on it. There's no like layers. It's just like it looks like just white or pink, doesn't it? Especially chicken. Like I don't know about sous videing chicken, but I also don't know much about cooking, so maybe I'm wrong. Would be wrong. Yippee! More goop. We're gooped up. We're back. The goop mines have returned. You can brown it in the pan afterwards. That's like extra steps though. Why don't I just brown it all at once with Brickin? Could just do that. Just a thought. Just a thought. Good game. Good game, by the way. Incredible game, by the way. It really is genius. I really think that like the game industry right now is just, it's indies. It's indies. Indies are carrying it. They're doing all the cool stuff. They're doing all the stuff that we really want. Nobody knew, but all we really wanted to do was power wash. Oh, chew. Excuse me. Chew. Excuse me. Fake sneezes. Fake sneezes in. Whew. Get this corner. The ring. Ooh, that felt good. Bing, bing, bing. Bless you. Thank you. Consoles are definitely on the back foot. Yeah, consoles are over. Consoles are kind of over. They're all just going to become PCs now. There's really no point. Like, once exclusives went away at all, it was just over. Because, like, here, let's be real, right? The thing about consoles, the only reason we even bought consoles was because for a while, way back when, consoles were actually better at calculating, like, you know, 3D environments than PCs because they were optimized for it. So they were better. And then we ran into the situation where PCs caught up, but PCs didn't have exclusives because consoles would make exclusive games and stuff like that, right? And they also were physical. But then we ran into the situation where they stopped doing physicals. So then everything is just a PC. And there's absolutely no point to ever have a console. Like, unless you just really don't ever want to launch a game. And you need to, like, you just looking at a computer makes you go insane or something. I don't know. Sous vide also takes longer. Yeah. Frickin' bless me. Thank you. The only console that will survive is the Nintendo. Yeah, because the Nintendo still does unique stuff and doesn't put it on PC. They will be gone the second they do, though. Lamore, thanks for the follow. Or Lamore EX. What's up? Strictly speaking, almost every console was some flavor of PC. Yeah, they're all PCs. But, like, they were very early on better optimized for, like, 3D gaming and stuff than computers were at the time. I'm talking late 90s, early 2000s. PCs were not as good at like float point calculations and stuff like that, if I remember right. I think that's the right term. I think I'm right. I don't know. I'm just saying shit. Saying words. Switch 2 is already heading that way with the key cards. Yeah, it is unfortunate when things became key cards, because then it was like, wait, but what's the point? What's the point? Okay, we did miss. Are we almost there though? Not bad. Almost there. Get a whiplashing Halo trailer on the PlayStation channel. Yeah, that's something iconic, I guess. Legendary moment. No, it didn't feel like it. I get in here. Bottom. Gotta really get under it. Come on, please, please, please. I see it. I see it. There we go. Okay, kettle. Got it. Remember plug and play? Yeah. Yeah, them floating point operations really go a long way. Oh. Ooh, we got some top grime. Oh, I'm gonna have to open this, aren't I? This for sure opens, doesn't it? Oh, maybe not. Okay, we're not done yet, though. What are we missing? Aha! The trimming. Of course. Okay. Almost. Wow, we didn't do that whole side. We're really bad. Kinda terrible. This is scary, actually. Maybe I would have fun power washing as a job. I don't want to think about this. This is like awakening something in me. Just like, imagine just being on your own, just power washing stuff casually. Fun, you know, it's a spring day out. You're outside, the birds are chirping. Uh-oh. Kind of cool. Oh, there's a hole. Okay. All right. This then. This is probably a Sud moment, I think. Grime moment. That over here. Ah, the hidden grime. There's always the hidden grime. In life, beware of the hidden grime. You know? Oh, that's sneaky. That is sneaky. You're being sneaky over here. At least you have the button. Like, this game would be impossible if you didn't have the button that highlights it for you. So thank for that. Thank for that. Go. Okay, still more somewhere. Any other trimmings I missed? Probably on this side too, I imagine. This might be the last of it, though. I need to get like a clean angle so I can just walk. Boom and boom. Nice. Beautiful. All right, let's give it one more. This is so satisfying. Oh my god. I love cleaning. I love cleaning. And Dunzo? Yeah, there we go. What else? Pet bowl, cabin base corner block, cabin base trim. Oh. There we go. Being tricky? Get sudsed. Dirt detection vision. What parents think all visitors to their house have. Yeah. Yeah. Clean the places they'll never go. Like, I respect the good cleaning, don't get me wrong, but sometimes we're just being ridiculous. All right, that should be good. Pet bowl. Last thing. Pet bowl. Oh. You can get inside the bowl? Hey, job complete. Let's rock. Let's go. How much money we get for that? Look at that play-by-play. Efficiency. Very satisfying. Cool game. Yeah, check this out. Big stretchy. Power washing IRL really isn't bad. Used to have to do it to clean a car wash tunnel. I think it'd be really fun. I think it'd be like super satisfying. All right, we're going to call it here today, folks. A little shorter than usual, but like I said, didn't sleep well. Don't have any caffeine and got a lot to do. So we're going to go find someone to raid out to. And we're going to get on out of here. Thanks for coming by, everyone. Here, let me swap back. I never like do a little goodbye just chatting. Let me swap back over here real quick. All right, everyone, thanks for coming. Hope to see you on Thursday for the fitness and just chatting stream. If you want to put in more marshmallows, we will be answering more questions there. But other than that, thanks for coming by, and let's go take a look-see at who's online. Thank you for the jump scare. Who's online right now? Who haven't we rated? I got to think about it. And I can start branching out now. Now that it's been like a week or two, I can start being like, who haven't I rated? You know, I got to keep track, keep it fair. Let's see. Who's on? Who's on? Who's on? What are they doing? Art stream. Yomi's on. What is this? Kingdoms of... Oh, you know what? Clonk's on. Let's go into Clonk. Have you guys ever seen Clonk? L:Q? We're going to raid L:Q. He is an incredible coding streamer. I'm going to go say hi over there, all right? Let's go say hi to Clonkers. All right, everyone. I'm out of here. See you later. Have a good one. Geet your brickin'. Bye-bye.
This is really good. Hello, VTuber male. This is, I think, the trademark move of VTuber male Sclimbo, right? This is the thing. You go in the toaster oven and you put 1 pound of ground chicken with some kind of spice mixture onto it. This seems kind of appealing. I'm more of a fan. I have a recipe with Sclimbo called Big Beef. This is my primary food these days. I eat big beef. We go big beef. And big beef is, here's the recipe, okay? This is the recipe. So you take the rice cooker and you make rice. You make 3 cups of dry rice in the rice cooker. And then you take the pan, a frying pan, and you put 1 pound of ground beef in it, and you put like chili powder on it, and like salt and pepper and like garlic and some onions if you got them. You really just put whatever on there, and then you cook the ground beef and you put it on the rice and you eat it. This is the method. What do you do? What would you do if you contracted alpha gal syndrome? Probably have to change my diet. See, this is like the meat allergy thing. I don't know. What the hell? Oh, this is not for one sitting. I typically make this and eat it for like 3 days. Hello, Oktorinsky. Welcome in. Magino Magi and Maho Swearer. What were you up to today? It was Sclimbo. How was the stream? How is it going? And welcome everybody. Hi. Hello. I'm Elko and Q. I'm a guy made of letters. That's my main thing. They make me out of letters. Today we're doing these